Alright, who wants to do recap?
Wait. Oh, fuck it.
I mostly remember the combat. I was geared for combat.
I was only here for the combat.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we found out that Lord of the Blades was basically controlled by Drossrock at the end while we were fighting him. After breaking the spells out by beating the shit out of him, um, he promised us to basically retreat and pull out all of his forces, while giving us some information on where Dross might be. We basically sending Stone Montreal away, saying that we finally got out. What happened with Lord of the Blades, and we headed to where the Glassland is. We basically gonna go into grass. The plan was for the party to go into the Glassland, while the rest of them hold the undead army outside out. And that's exactly what we did. We went into the Glassland, go through the barrier using Hydra's tooth, and we basically go through the dungeon, found a blood witch, I think. Is that what we call her? Blood witch?
Yeah, a Rakdos blood witch, because that picture is straight from Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Afterwards, we were sent through after killing the Blood Witch. We were sent through the portal to meet Dross himself, who is basically in the middle of casting a ritual to get his boss in. We were able to kill him, and as we kill him, we got sucked into his simulacrum and fight a Dragolich version of a red dragon. Snow was able to get a bunch of fucking nat 20 and nuke the shit out of the dragon and was able to kill him. And I think now we
Along
were
with Octo's aura.
and Octo was able to help keep all the healing out. Then after killing him fully, we got sucked out of that realm and was on our way out. And I'm now asking party permission if I'm allowed to break the movie and prank Montreal a little bit to make him think that we're dead.
You know, it's kind of dark.
You know.
Like, we're at war, you know, like...
I mean, pretty much once after this, it's almost gonna be pretty much. I'll break it when we're close. How about that? After breaking it, we'll let him sense it for 10 seconds and then we'll pop our head out.
Still pretty dark, but I don't think Archie would argue with you.
Yeah. Feel free.
As you are all spat back out into the fortress, any magic that was subsisting the place seems to have dissipated. The cage, now just a large empty cage. The blood in the area no longer preserved, so starting to smell, and bits of stone have already started to collapse ahead of you. As you can tell, the foundations of the building seem to be a bit shaky.
We gotta run out. We gotta go. Let's go.
Path ahead seeming to be out.
Dash. Come on, let's go. Everyone out. No one's moving.
Alright. And all of you guys sprint out, smashing your way to the outside. Run. Dust picking up. Where's my map at? God, so many maps. And you burst out just in time as that portion of the building appears to collapse, a huge pulse of magic shoots off into the sky as the core of the fortress collapses as well, kicking up a lot of dust and debris. The few undead you can see still in the area fall motionless to the ground, though initially you do not spot Merelda or the others.
Oh well, we should go look for them first.
Just roll here. Doesn't take too long before Montrove and the group finds all of you. They look a little bit scuffed up, but for the most part, all put together.
Oh,
Well,
thank goodness you guys are all right.
we could say the same to you. I'm assuming that was done and that wasn't his boss coming through that broke the castle.
No, yeah. Well, it was really Crowan. He kind of just beat the shit out of him. It's pretty impressive. But we all knew he was the main character, right? So.
Yeah.
Leave it to the paladin, who smites the evildoer in the end. Well, from what we can see, the undead are dead. Most of the Warforged are scattered. Some of the Lord of Blades men came by and made a case for them to either surrender or come back to him. Merelda kind of plops down. She's in the worst condition you've seen her in terms of her dress. Makeup's rounding a little bit. Does this mean we could finally go back to somewhere where I could have a bath? Yes, though we probably shouldn't teleport as we're still in a bit of a iffy spot. Merelda, do you still have that carriage on you? She kind of shuffles around in her dress pockets and pulls out a small cube before placing it on the ground. There's a flash of what?
Sorry, I was just gonna. Where's the closest teleportation circle then? Where would we be riding to?
We'll be going back to meet with the rest of the army and the king.
Okay. Sorry.
And Merelda, with a flick of her hand and a bit of a flash of very clock-like magic, a full cart appears. Not too dissimilar to the one you all rode on to get to the king's cabin, but this one at the front are two mechanical horses. This should have enough room for everyone. She kind of climbs aboard to what looks to be her usual spot as her bodyguard, who is without his shirt,
Nice.
and sporting a few new bruises.
You just shredded it.
Nice to let loose. Oh yeah, covered in scars too.
Sick.
And there does seem to be enough room for everyone else.
I'm like ogling Merelda's like craft here because I've never thought of making automaton animals, but the fact she did it for the entirety of her aesthetic, which is old shit, which Archie loves, like I'm kind of like, fuck yeah, as I walk on the coach there.
This is cool, but this
Give
is
me
how
some new ideas. You
Not
can think of it
heresy.
more like honoring the shape of, trying to emulate nature. Because nature's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's just connected to a pocket dimension too for storing most of the parts. It's not too complicated. She's like half falling asleep in her chair.
I'm like scribbling notes. If she's like she's like in that spot where she's almost asleep, so she's like rattling off probably secrets, and I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Starts to get to a certain level of like advanced magic mathematics where you probably have a hard time writing it down fast enough or writing down the equations at all.
I just have to start doing pictures and hoping I remember what's going on.
like long. I'm assuming like high level magic like that when it comes to making magical devices becomes like high level math where it's just like a huge chalkboard worth of
Yeah.
calculations and stuff.
But you know what I will do is after this moment, after like everyone's going to sleep, is I will use my extract memory, and I will keep that
Oh.
memory and I will study it.
Nice. All right. Well, you guys hop aboard, I'm assuming, and start to make your way. Where'd my pencil? Back up towards the top.
Did you get to let loose out there, Mancholi?
A little. Was more keeping an eye on what I could sense of all of you, though for a moment you disappeared for a bit.
I did plan to prank you a little bit, but everyone said it's too dark, so I didn't do it.
Raise his eyebrow.
Remember that orb that turned you crazy?
That's
I
not
rattled
it.
That's not. That's
That's not my prank at all.
That's
That
my-
was totally his prank.
That was not my prank at all. I was just gonna break the ruby because I did tell them that if I die, I will break the ruby.
Oh, all that Ruby really does is send a notice to me. Think of it like a flare. Not really that you're in danger per se, just you want my attention.
No, I did tell you that if before I went in, I did tell you if I die, I was gonna break the ruby. I was gonna break it before I come out.
Well, I always thought that was odd, because how would you break it if you're already dead?
Well, when I'm close to death, I'm probably gonna break it, just to let you know that the boss is coming.
I think all of you need to teach Cecil what pranks are.
Well, I was gonna show up in like what 5 seconds anyway, 5-10 seconds. So I didn't.
I think there's a few books you could check out in the Biblioplex for that. You guys are riding through the wasteland, where there had once been the sounds of war echoing in the distance. It is now replaced with eerie silence. Most of I don't think you see anything between here and your destination for the most part. Perhaps a few bodies scattered here and there, and other old ruins you pass by. But other than that, it is quiet within the Mournlands. Eventually, though, as you get closer to your destination, you start to pass more and more signs of warfare. Huge craters, what seems to be the massive marks of footprints, both mechanical and otherwise, crushed human soldiers, as well as warforged. And eventually, you get to the point where you start seeing living members of the army, some helping pull their people out of the mud, kind of getting themselves back together. And as people start to notice the carriage and see who's on it, eventually the little bits of whispers grow to cheers and shouts of victory, a lot of which are thrown your guys' way.
Clasp my hands and do like the gladiatorial shake over both shoulders, like do a bow.
Does the carriage have a window where we could open?
It's a carriage that most of everyone would be on the top.
Oh, all right.
I'm
I was gonna say I hang out the
Crow
window if that's the case, but yeah,
Yeah,
if
no,
we're on
it's
the
the top with the
already.
canopy on it.
I was gonna grab Crowing Arm and Blue Arm and just raise them up together on the top.
You'd be.
Way!
I'm gonna
You
get
lift-
on the mic.
lift
I'm gonna
Archie
hit my
on up.
thaumaturgy one more time here and just be like, introducing your heroes, the Moss Vale Brigade,
swear to God.
and Archie.
I swear to God. I'm grabbing Archie and I'm lifting him up.
Many more cheers. As well as a few trumpets, though some of which are probably signaling to people further down the line, as you can hear different trumpets in the distance.
Raise my sword in victory. In triumph.
And you'll also get to, as you get close to the actual King's encampment, see the huge bodies of Warforged Colossuses. One or two have been taken down during the fighting, 80-foot long constructs, as well as similarly sized but far less mechanical undead abominations strewn across the battlefield, which are
I think
already beginning to rot and attract scavengers.
I think I go immediately from like this celebration. I let the kind of like whatever uproarious cheers are happening for my teammates go by the wayside, and I take a look at these giant mechanical structures, and I probably can't like take notes, but I'd like to sketch. Like I'm just like
Well,
full in my
like
brain.
parts of their panels have already been like ripped off or blown off during the fight, so you have a look at the insides here and there.
Oh, sick! Like a battlefield doctor.
Yeah. And before too long, you can see the main encampment. There's already a large crowd gathered, lines of soldiers. Again, the cheering continuing for those that are well enough to do so. And there's a small collection of the faces you recognize, the king, Onyx, as well as many of the professors and other noble generals. Onyx is missing her arm. It's currently, she has like a black cloak over that side of her body for the moment.
We have it.
Yes.
We put
No,
that in
no.
the
No,
bag
I
of
got
holding,
that.
didn't we?
No, I got.
The professor
Oh,
took it
shit.
and burned it and then did a prayer.
Damn. Okay.
Wasn't allowed to keep the hand.
Speaking of which, as you guys are approaching, the owl professor has already like flown off the cart and kind of landed next to Onyx, and you can't hear what they're saying, but they're saying something between each other as she's just kind of inspecting the arm, the missing arm spot.
It's just gonna make Onyx more badass though. She's like gonna be doing one-handed Naruto hand signs for all of her spells or some shit. Like, just really killing it on the somatic components.
Eventually,
It's-
all
it's
of you
just
guys
the-
pull up,
it's the
and you
handicap.
can get off the cart. No one's rushing towards you or anything quite yet, considering respect for the king. Well, the king does approach. Looks like you all pulled off your mission. Half of those bastards fell in a moment's notice.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
our
kind of
pal-
hoping.
Our paladin did some good nooking out there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely destroyed.
Remind me to do a hefty donation to the Oakfather temples when we have a chance.
Oh, and our
Whoa.
wizard. Our
Oh,
wizard
I need to
rocked
do a
out
piece
healing.
about Sylvanus. Can I have you on the show again, Crowan? Now that we have some time, I'd like to have you back on Bolero FM.
Oh, well.
Everyone says
Uh,
it's one of our popular episodes, so people want to hear
No.
more from you.
I mean, it's alright.
Yeah, you're booked in. We'll do it next week.
Sounds
Yeah.
like there'll be much celebrating to be had. Normally I would throw a celebration tonight, but as I understand it from Onyx here, we should probably vacate more lands as soon as possible, so our dragon friend isn't having to hold it together for us.
Yeah, hell, a good idea.
The sky above Moorland's twinkling with that blue and red energy.
You know what? With everything that went on, I completely forgot that outrageous act of magic that he is currently doing. Yeah, let's get out of here.
The king starts shouting orders, and quickly the generals start getting people together and starting to move. Luckily, the encampment was pretty close to the border. Onyx, for her part, after looking everyone over, seeing all of you are fine. Well, good job. It's funny, because this would have marked close to the end of your third year here. So I don't know if you'd really need a fourth.
I'm gonna still have to catch up on some
Yeah.
assignment.
I'll go for a fourth anyway. Are you alright also, Miss Onyx? With your arm?
It's not too bad being disarmed.
I could try to make you a mechanical one.
Currently debating that. I could always get it back, but
That's fair,
I'll think on it.
But let me know, it could be an upgrade.
I'm sure once our friend, she says, looking at the unconscious Merelda, who's currently being over the shoulder carried like a sack of flour by her bodyguard. When she wakes up, I'm sure I won't hear the end of that either. For ideas.
I flip out my notebook, and you know, like some of those fold-out wallets that like flap down and have multiple pictures, and people like show off their kids and stuff in them. I instead show off like a notebook with pages of like sketches I was just taking, all of the notes that she left, and I was like, I think I might have some ideas too.
Actually, I think I do have a limb. I think I do have mechanical limb. I
Oh,
never
so that-
sold
Shit,
it.
well, if we have a spare one,
No, I never
mean,
sold it.
give me the framework.
If you want it,
Is-
just give it.
Did Bolero make it? She guys looking around.
He's in my backpack. I pull out this like destroyed orb. It's got like the framework around it only, and like a couple of the different compartments that I normally keep like my memories in and stuff, and like it's in a sorry state. It's gonna be Mark III after I get home.
We might be able to let you use some other parts of the facilities at Strixhaven for that. But for now, we should get going. Good job, all of you. We'll talk more once we're back at a safer spot.
Onwards and outwards, then, I guess.
Indeed. Prepare something else.
Rather sleeping.
She is beyond sleeping. She is comatose.
She missed one of her 20-minute naps because she had to fight a battle, and now she's in the big sleep.
She seems to
It's
be
all
hurt
caught up
though.
all at once.
That's how it happens, legit. I tried to do that 20-minute nap schedule once. It works until you miss one of the naps or oversleep on one of the naps, and then you're just fucking just screws the
God.
whole thing. Sleep
she
for
still-
12 hours.
Does she and I'm guessing her and Fritz are really hurt also?
Well, Fritz looked like he was like sweating, but he didn't look hurt, did he?
There were some
He had, like some
bruises in
scars,
there.
but
Yeah.
He did
That
not
could've been-
seem. He did not seem worse for wear.
Murata, she's just tired, I'm guessing.
yeah, she was like all. She was more worried that she was dirty because she
Okay.
had sweat and been on the battlefield and
know.
needed a bath. So that's probably a good sign.
Just making sure everyone is
Yeah.
okay, so I can heal them before we get back.
Yeah. Well, you guys, it is a short walk back, and you are obviously still on Merelda's cart after a few things were picked up. So it's not too long before you get over the border, where the king says he's going to make sure everyone is able to get back safely before any celebrations can be held. And Onyx, for her part, can take a moment to prepare some things on Strixhaven, as it'll be a celebration where all the nobles will be invited once more. So it's just a short teleportation circle. Let me just get us set up as we do a small time skip to when you guys get to go back into Moss Haven.
Just fucking as I come out of the teleportation circle, having not done it for a while, just like catch your fucking yeah.
Pat on the back.
All right. Well, I guess back home.
Which
Finally.
in the before you guys completely disappeared, Merelda mentioned that from her readings, the weave within Mournland seems to have stabilized back to where it was previous to the cult's arrival. She has like a little Geiger counter, essentially, though she'll need to do some more tests to confirm. Oh my god, Clue has a face.
Oh
He have
my
a
god.
face.
Oh my god.
He
Him
got
have
a
a face.
face.
Aw.
He's a real boy now.
You evolved.
I must throw him out as well, because I have to get his tokens.
Larry!
Wait, your mom was a slime too?
No, she was meant to be. She's meant to be a ghost in that picture.
Oh, she's a
Is
ghost.
Larry not
Okay.
here?
There's a note on the table.
Oh, I grab.
So can you like summon a specter or something?
That was
Is
the
that what
point
it
if I
is?
leveled up, but I can't.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's written in very sloppy handwriting, as though someone dropped the pencil multiple times. But it reads, "Yo guys, I got upgraded to new digs. I'll have to catch you at the old school sometime." Signed Larry, little heart, and a peace sign.
Aw. Bye, Larry.
No.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Oh, he went.
He's got a new place to hang out. He lives with someone now.
Well, when he says the old school, that's where you guys were there at the end of year
Yeah, underneath.
celebrations
Yeah.
one time ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I missed that shit.
Feels weird being home, but I guess you should take a load off. Anyone want coffee?
Too long.
I throw the shattered parts of Bolero onto the tabletop
Scan
here.
us, see what-
Fucking yeah, a couple of memory jars fly open, and there's blue, purple, and red vials in them, and they're all labeled different.
You all get an eerie sense of nostalgia, of deja vu as well when you pass that statue outside.
We've gone through hell and back. We've gone
Because
through
of
hell
the
and back.
time travel.
Time travel.
We've gone through hell and back, and we're back in school for God's sake.
Cecil's
To
gonna
school.
waddle
You're
over.
not excited?
Cecil's
I
gonna
was
Ready
looking
for
waddle
forward to
year
getting back to
four.
test.
and just face plant onto the sofa. Sleep immediately.
So what? I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't enjoyable.
I gotta
So
do
exactly
another
what I
midnight.
would have expected when I entered the school.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we didn't really do that many academics. My first year, I was slaying it. I was in line for valedictorian. I still might be. I don't know what the rules are if you like save a world. Like, do I just
All
get
right,
that?
Hotshot.
Like, I mean, you saved the world, but I was there.
Why do you all keep
Cecil
giving the
just-
credit to me? We all did. We all saved the world.
Cecil being washed
Fine,
over
say
by
what.
the undead servant. He is.
Yeah. Does do you know what warding bond does too? Like, cause you came into the fight after we had already kind of done that, but Archie was taking half of your damage too through the whole fight, so he really did think you were the anime hero.
No, yeah, you mentioned that like that last session.
Yeah. He's like fawning over you a little bit. Like you're He-Man Goku to him.
Oh my god, I don't need this much glaze. Don't
There you
worry,
go.
little man. We still have a lot of adventure ahead of us.
Did you
A
want
lot of
coffee
gym
while I
trips.
work? 2 sugar, 2 cream, right?
Yes.
I'll pass you a coffee.
Ah, the sweet smell of latte.
Yeah, so I guess like if we're just like doing what we would do around here, I'm putting Bolero back together on the living room table. Fire crackling, possibly. Sipping some
Nice. And warm. As things seem to be quiet now that the day has been saved outside of the rumor mill spinning wildly at school. None of you are expected to go to classes for the week's time, of course.
Can I though?
You could.
Okay. I'm going to. As soon as I'm better.
It's near the end of season 4 classes, considering it's near the end of the year. And the celebration will be being held in the old school again at the end of the week, where there'll be just about everyone there. everyone is invited to come, and all of you guys are expected to be there.
Right. I guess I'll have to hold off editing a Cyril and Queensley debate.
Still finding more tapes.
Yeah,
Seems
no,
like they're spawning in.
my idea is that I put them at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. slot, so that people that are having trouble getting to sleep will be able to use it as like one of those fall asleep tubes.
That's like the perfect slot to listen to insane ramblings.
It's also how I made my catnap spell. I'm most proud of that technologically. Like binaural beats, but it's just boring as fuck and puts you to sleep.
Aw.
Alright, anything anyone would like to do between now and the celebration, or note that their character is doing?
I would like to really glitz out Bolero. If Onyx is offering me a spot in like her shop, like I'm already
yeah.
thinking like maybe
There's-
in Mithril, maybe I can make him lightweight so I
There's
can
like a
have him fold up into a
full...
case or something. Like
There's definitely a section of the school dedicated to artificers specifically, and then different levels of the workshop, and you'll be given full reign as well as assistance.
So what are we talking? Like new materials, like enchantments? Do we have some like rune crafters in there? Like what can I
Yes.
do, DM?
Yes.
Okay, Bolero's
Back
getting
to where it
tricked
was, plus like 1 or 2 rare effects or something like that, sure.
Alright, I'm gonna make him more compact. If you're allowing me Mithril, I want him to be able to fold up into a briefcase size.
Mithril, holy shit.
And then yeah, if I can do runes, maybe maybe hot and cold so I can cook on them, like a hot and cold plate rune.
So he's gonna be pimping out him.
Yeah, that's pretty. I'm on an episode of Artificers Pimp Your Ride. Is what's happening here. I'm just fully immersed in these workshops. Like, let's get to work. I don't know if it picked up on the mic, but I cracked all my fingers. Anyone else doing anything?
I'll sit in front of the couch.
We just be unwinding. Probably would be anything else.
Absolutely chilling, maybe using the bathhouses. Shout out to that one murder mystery moment where it revealed there were bathhouses.
Literally no one talked about it. That's the best part.
I don't remember.
You were there for 2 seconds.
You talk about it for 2 seconds.
It's a bathhouse episode. Everyone remembers.
Yeah. For a moment.
For a quick second, we talked about it.
Alright, well if everyone for the most part is maxing and relaxing, you'll probably be bugged by any of the student friends you have made, or even probably just bugged by people directly about what y'all got up to. You seem to be very popular now.
That's what I think.
That would be a weird feeling because these guys are really the only ones that that I had friend-wise in the school. So like, I don't know, being popular for other reasons like going to and fro is probably a weird feeling for Archie. Like,
Oh yeah, it's a night and day difference for Archie then.
even like right up until we were going to war, I was like, yeah, but I'm just like, you know, someone who they got stuck with because I'm a teacher's pet. You know?
Yeah, we love you.
But
You
no,
don't like
after
that one.
everyone has been so loving, and so I guess walking out into the world and not being kind of invisible is the weird part. Like I maybe even like shirk my shoulders a little bit, like kind of rush at a hurried pace, try and get out of there as quick as possible, rush for the workshops.
And Archie's a little bit toned as well.
Oh yeah, I'm shredded.
He's hella
I
credit
wasn't. I
now.
didn't do nothing in that fight. I'm just like I
You
smoked him
tanked-
a couple of times.
Tanked a lot.
You
Damn,
tanked
what are you talking about?
almost all the damage. Nah.
Well, I mean, with shield, I'm at 26 AC, and I can't be crit. Like that's fucking gnarly.
Yeah. Fuck
Who would
him.
have thought Battlesmith Bard?
You also went down as well, buddy.
Yeah, I
Took
did.
all the damage.
I was taking all the damage.
Yeah, exactly. You're taking all the damage, and we needed that.
You were taking all my damage as well.
Well, that's why I took tough. I'm like, I need it. Like, I rolled a 2, I think, on my HP on the last level up, and I'm like, it's 20 flat HP right now. Like, I need that boost. I was getting hit way too hard for my current 53 HP, so 73
Yeah,
plus
dude.
temp was just what the doctor ordered. I expected to go down once, but I lasted a long time before I did, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm a
dude.
survivor.
I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it.
I think besides from that one nuke I pulled off with a fireball, I'm the one who didn't really do much. I just throw one
Oh.
nuke and I'm gone.
Yeah, and then we find out that it's a red dragon, so it's like got fire resistant. It's like, oh.
It was
Resistant.
perfect because I can just throw
Necrotic
it at
resistance.
the,
I can't do it.
Oh, it was so sick having half the party with necrotic resistance too. Sorry,
Yeah.
DM, that was like maybe a bit of a call shot.
I mean, we all do was a lich coming up.
You did anti-heal though. That anti-heal was fucking huge.
That helped like hell.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Give me
sure.
clutch, to be
anti-heal-
honest.
Yeah, he probably healed all of his health back up. He didn't fucking anti-heal that shit.
I would have lost my shit if he ever healed all of my damage.
I had, what was it, one level 1 spell slot left at the I had one shield left in the pocket to save my life. Like, it was gonna be bad if he still had more HP.
Still have a lot of slots. Barely used it.
I have 4.
Mikey did a fuck ton of Elder
Oh, fine.
Blast too. That was fucking gnarly.
7.
Yeah,
kept
Mikey
his
never
distance, is
needed
what he
to
did.
use
Yeah,
his
10 slots.
his like restores too, because he had like
Yeah.
2 spell slot restores, but
Yeah.
never needed to. Just the blast is so good in early or in late game when you get like all of the multiple rays.
Yeah.
He's one level away from getting a 3rd one, and then it would have been literally all he did because like why wouldn't he?
Why? Yeah, it's like, why wouldn't you use your strongest ability in your
STRIXHAVEN season 3.
Yeah.
3? Jesus
One
Christ!
soul would lose it. You need to make the man lose it.
Just make a spin. Just make a spin-off.
He literally said he's free, and now you're gonna drag him back into the shade.
2026 STRIXHAVEN season 3 release date.
I'm gonna draw the
Everyone's
new
older.
arrow, I think.
Probably. Probably have to
No.
redraw seasonal if that's the case, but nah, doubt it.
Just checking something. As you guys go about your weekly business and get to actually chill and deal with your sudden amounts of fame.
Nah, I'm at
Again.
Breland half the time at Montreal replay, so. Oh my Jesus, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of recovery.
Wait till you see mine.
Click it, bitch. Do it. $73 hit points.
You thought you lost? You thought you guys lost a lot of health? No.
No, that's not the health I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the spell slot I fucking used.
Spell slot as well. Fuck, I know. I used a lot of spells.
Yeah.
He used a lot of smites.
I had to. Bro, need to die immediately.
Did
Kill it with fire!
Did Archie click long rest?
Rebuke.
No,
Also,
not
why
yet.
are you still prone?
Everyone
For
can
long
hit the long rest button.
Why are you still prone, buddy? You gotta pick you up?
Run forever. Well, I never got up at the end of the fight, like, because we just exited combat, so I forgot about it.
America losing absolutely nothing. That's funny as hell.
I'm that guy, man. What can I say?
I also got kinetic jaunt. Fucking concentrated. Oh, I am.
I've used Misty Step like twice, I think. The whole
A good emergency spell to keep.
Yeah, it's good even if you
It's
don't end
good.
up using it. You'd rather have it and not need it.
Yeah.
I was worried about not being able to warp, honestly.
Warp is so good.
But also, free Goblin Disengage is pretty good, it turns out.
Man, I should have like there was one regret that I made is having a banishment as my 4th level spells.
Yeah, most of the stuff we needed to like take out its saves, and we weren't like hitting it with save or suck stuff. Like that'd be
Yeah.
really good if all of us were running like hold person or something, and we could like get all of its saves out of the way first.
Yeah.
And then it's really good, but it's kind of a wash if you're not building your whole strategy around it.
Plus, he was the only one person on the battlefield, so there's not really
Yeah.
need for it.
Well, I
But
mean, if you banish them, you can banish them for a while with concentration. We can like do. I could have given us a short rest or something. Everyone but the person holding the concentration.
Yeah. But at the same
Like
time,
I could have cat-napped.
I did use a lot of Cure Wound level 4, fucking Guiding Bolt level 4.
Yeah. Well, it helps that you had the necklace
Bells.
too.
Yeah. I just throw the whole necklace. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, okay.
Just
Well,
to
onwards to the celebration slash
Yeah.
ceremony.
Do you guys get dressed up or anything?
Oh yeah, we're to
Sure.
the nines. I've got new Bolero. Like inside, probably not very much going on, just the bare specs right now. But like, if I'm allowed, I'm using like the materials of Strixhaven, and he's kitted. Like he is that fucking blue steel look. He's made out of like cold iron and mithril. Like he folds up into a suitcase that I can carry with. I probably got my fucking mic also plated and fixed with like now it's gold and these blue mithril bits. Like maybe even no, I want the adamantine inside the suit. Classic old suit. I would say I'm not dressed up. Bolero is. I look pretty much like I regularly do, but I am blinged out because I match it.
I'm shirtless.
Nice.
Fuck
Maybe
yeah!
just puts on a tie.
What a move!
I'm
America's
shirtless
always
with my
been
fur. I'm shirtless with my fur. My fur pelt on.
You should toss out a couple from the bag of tricks too, and just walk out with some animals.
Oh, loading finale.
Oh my god, the finale.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
As the day arrives, the old school is reopened
Oh wow.
to all to
Oh,
mark the
shit!
celebration. And
That
it is both
drummer!
celebrate the end of the war and the end of the year.
So blown out.
Oh my god, I thought for sure she was with the death cult.
She's alive.
Just people enjoying the fountain, the open air, and the fall leaves.
Gorgeous.
There are many NPCs telling you right now.
Many.
There's a small gathering of what appear to be Fae down the stairway there.
Oh, fresh air.
Oh, Marona down here.
Miranda's here.
Just
Archie.
looking.
Doing.
He's gone. He's on the other side. Just
Come in.
Yelling, Archie. Marona's over there. We want to talk to her.
I went the wrong way. I'm kind of stupid sometimes.
I would like to think that
No,
Barilda
up.
heard you screaming.
Oh yeah,
She
she
waves.
definitely
Yeah,
did.
probably.
Yeah,
Back
I'm
and
like
forth, back and
bounding
forth.
over this stone wall, Bolero like bouncing off of it. Actually, Bolero just fucking smashes a hole in the wall.
Oh,
Bolero's
Jesus.
Wait, what?
bulletproof at this point.
Archie- Jesus.
Oh, he's going.
Yeah, I'm bounding though is the point.
He's going.
Might be some
All
trees
right.
on the
That's a
way
wall.
there.
That is a wall. Turns out.
Nice.
Some thick tree trunks.
Fucking Bolero.
Oh my god, I found a
we go.
fucking shortcut.
Huh?
Meow.
If you click C, your character sheet come up.
It only took you
What?
this long.
I was just
It took
looking at
about
this
2 years.
Statue
Oh.
over here.
Well, what's up with this?
It looks like it was used. It was made not by typical tools that you would see for sculpture. This might have been some artificer's experiment with some drilling tools. It's kind of like poking and prodding at it a bit. Also, I didn't want to go inside quite yet because it still feels weird to walk around here.
I mean, you could always throw on a disguise, like.
No. This will be my
Alright.
last time, likely, maybe, possibly in STRIXHAVEN. I'll stand out.
Well, this is our final year. Are you looking
Oh.
for an apprentice, maybe?
Well, first of all, yes. But from what I know, I guess you guys probably could just be given graduations with honors, but most of what you do here is studying, not fighting. So you still could learn a lot more.
That's
Just
true.
focus on the academics instead of the casting.
Well, I mean, I have enough of the Ballet Femme podcast. Keep going. I check pocket watch in my breast pocket and 34 years. So I mean, that's a lot of studying I could get done. But
Oh yeah.
But I'd also like to pick your brain about that carriage. That was super cool. How much
Maybe we do
does
a bit of
aesthetic matter to you, Merelda, when making your creation?
immensely. At least once you're able to master the making process, you have to add a bit of yourself into things. Oh, wait. You're not just an artificer by trade, though, correct?
No, I am. Well, I was learned in STRIXHAVEN pretty much exclusively. Back home in Ixalan, we don't really have. When we do, they call the person in the tribe the Booyah, and it's exceedingly rare. I was a runt. I didn't think be this.
Well, I can share something. If we, with enough training, you may be able to surpass me as an artificer at least. Because I should point out, I'm not just an artificer. I'm also a sorceress by trade.
Oh, you meant class-wise. No, I'm also
Yes.
a bard. I like to perform.
Ah, there it is. I do think I spent too much practice with sorcery over artificer, but I'm clockwork by nature, so I was able to kind of, she smashes her hands together, meld the two.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that would give you an advantage if it was your own body part. That's super interesting.
Look at Cecil. Why can't you do that?
Hmm?
Why can't you?
Oh, I
like,
mean more
mold?
just my magic is very precise to begin with because of its origin and what I'm imbued with.
Her power is clockwork. My power is divine magic. I closed your wound when your ass got beat.
Fair.
I focus more on like mathematical manipulation and whatnot, odds and all that.
Well,
Anyways, you guys should...
maybe I could get extra credit to come to Eberron and train with you sometime.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, we should give you an internship position for the summer here.
Yeah, that's the best of both worlds, for sure.
There'll be
And I
lots
mean,
to do.
if we need to take a load off, we can always go back to Ixalan and watch some orcs beat the piss out of each other. That's always fun.
Fritz says, I would like that. Do they allow volunteers?
Oh yeah, you can get in there. I'm sure my dad would love you.
Ooh, I could actually get him tired out. That'd be good for Fritz.
That man
Anyways, I'm gonna
scares
be
me.
standing out here a little bit, but
Yeah, we
I'll
talked
probably
shop
head in
forever, I
soon.
think.
Ish.
Archie heads in when she heads in. As far as he's concerned, she's sensei. Maybe
I think I
gloating
saw-
and kind of goading about his new Bolero prototype, how small he was able to make it. It's very like first iPhone gen Bolero, like
Oh,
you know,
I
everything's
also
very
saw
sleek.
Galazeth is here somewhere.
Oh well, we should probably thank him for all he did too.
Outside, Raz is smoking on the stairs. Inside, Thrak is talking quietly with Johanna. Gives you a polite nod and tip of his hat.
Gonna nod right back to him.
Just waiting for other people to catch up.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Well, it seems like you got out of there in one piece, eh, Cecil?
Well, you know, it taught a lot during the years. If I didn't get out, then, you know, we wouldn't be here right now.
A good first adventure for all of you.
I don't think that was the first.
It will be our last.
Won't be our last.
Been on multiple adventures already. I don't know what you're on about.
What the fuck did you just say?
His accent came back.
What did you just say?
If you didn't understand me, I nailed it.
It came back.
What the fuck was that?
That is the accent.
I'm confused.
We've
What?
been on multiple adventures already. I don't know what you're on about.
We've been
One.
on multiple
I mean,
adventures already.
One
Been on
of them
multiple
was
adventures already.
dealing
I
with the
don't know what you're
coven.
on about.
You're slurring on purpose to make it worse.
No, I did. I'm not slurring on purpose. I swear to God.
Well, I was just I'm just speaking to Johanna here about setting up a new spy network for Breland, and then he
Spy
quickly
network?
kind of like he nods, but then he quickly steers the conversation back to Johanna, who seems very locked into it. Seems like they're discussing being able to keep a closer eye on Drome in general after the last escapade.
That's fun.
You can hear conversations coming from just about every direction of this place.
That's funny. It's literally the same thing that my fucking dad did. That's funny shit.
Quite a lot of noise coming from this way.
Oh, are they playing fucking Thin again? Yep, I was right. Oh, Galazeth.
This one's a bit of an open discussion. It seems to be about various different magical topics, with Cyril and Queensley somehow outpaced for the first time by Galazeth, who's bringing up some crazy shit he's seen out in the... Oh, one second.
The Astral Sea.
The Astral Sea, yep. He's talking about what he's been seeing and dealing with in the Astral Sea, and Queensley and Cyril asking about 30,000 questions, with Rich in the back there, that noble, trying to keep up, but he's definitely behind. And then there's Urzmatok, who's just shutting up and taking many notes. He has like 3 full books already, and he's attempting to keep going.
The Archie. I wish he was there. I could just lend him my tape recorder.
Galazeth like using prestidigitation to make a few different star maps and different stuff. Oh, Cat gives a little wave. Gives a wave of his hand. Hey, all you. Good job taking care of the lich problem. Looked pretty
Thank you
dangerous
so
from
much.
above.
Yeah, and thank you for keeping them warm, man. Pretty stable.
Oh yeah, I might have shortened my lifespan a bit, but
Oh God.
it's fine. For a dragon, it's fine. It's the least I could do after leaving all of you for so long. I hadn't really realized how long it had been. I think I'm gonna have to get some of the other dragon founders to pay the school a visit when they have a chance. It's also been a while since some of us have talked. I don't know where. Although did see Witherbloom, what? 100 years ago? That's not too long ago.
That's one lifetime of a normal human.
That would be Beladros Witherbloom, right?
Mhm.
Very
Well,
good
where's-
card in Magic. No, I'm not. I'm not there. That was Sean.
I was just explaining to these two fine young green figures what I've been up to in the Astral Sea and what other things we've been dealing with in the background.
I'm
It's
sure
quite a
they
mess
have.
out there. I'm sure Mirkul won't be too happy that one of his champions got smoted.
Yeah, and I'm sure they got a lot of questions as it is, so I won't bother you any longer.
They have been giving you a mixture of a death glare and a pleading glare.
Yeah, so I won't bother you any longer. I'm gonna knock like
The fucking cushion of the the arm of the couch just like getting exploded in Queensley's
No.
face.
I'm gonna give this. What was his name?
Rich.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a whisper. If you want to keep up, you might need a tape recorder. And I'm gonna walk out. Bye bye.
They go back to their fervent discussion.
Trusting people.
That's the
Wait.
Prismari professor.
No,
I kind of
that's
love
not
that you
Larry.
just suggested a piece of equipment that was commonplace in your adventure, but I don't think a tape recorder is a regular thing at a magic school.
That's
There's
the
Drab behind the
Oh,
counter.
Dress!
He gives all of you a very polite nod.
Oh, sorry.
Hello,
Hello.
old friend. How are you?
Oh, quite well, though. It's been quite quiet here since all of you have been out and about. I have to thank all of you for giving us the peace to be able to study. Gives a deep bow.
Well, you know,
Right
always
back.
love to invest in books and whatnot.
If any of you are looking for some of the professors, they've been looking at this library again. He has a few books of his own laid out. We often forget what books are here at the old school. I found quite a few rare ones.
Good to
Hmm.
hear.
Good to know.
Always a lot to research around here.
Quite. Not just his glasses, which are comically small for a minotaur.
Not really my cup of tea.
You can see some of the Biblioplex staff in there, as well as a couple of the professors from Quandrix.
I have no idea who these are. I'm walking right out. Bye.
Yeah, I don't know who these are either.
Bye.
Quandrix.
They're faces you would recognize, and you might know their names, but you probably never talked to them too directly.
Never
Never.
in my life. Oh, Archie would love this room. Sure, it's
Bye.
right here.
Well,
Jory looking over a few different instruments.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming in whenever Merelda's coming in, but if you would say that she's in the building, then
She
I'm gonna
eventually, I
ping.
would say, she will shuffle in. She says, I'm gonna go talk to Onyx a little bit. I should probably do that.
because yeah, she would have my full. She's sensei, but as soon as she moves, I would be there.
But once going in the door as well, though, depending if you want to follow her to the lunchroom, it'll be on the right side or the eating hall. When you enter, though, Thrak gives you a polite nod and kind of motions his head towards that hallway. If you're looking for your friends, they went that direction.
Dope. Thanks, boss. I'll see you in Ixalan one of these days. I'll point out the portal for
Of
you.
course. Oh, I see where America went. Nice.
No wave.
Straight to
Archie.
Onyx.
Yeah.
Archie!
What? Other way?
This way.
To the
this way,
left.
This way. I'm right here.
America, there's a small stool for you there as well. You can sit on and eat.
Got another one. We got Jory right here.
Oh, sweet.
Jory's like looking over the tools. You know, you guys have suspiciously high quality tools just laying around. I think some of these are Elvish making.
Let me get out of the way.
For instruments. Has like a few different what is it, like lenses to zoom in on different bits of the metal.
Oh yeah, these are Luther's tools, or Luthier's.
I'm pretty sure this will work
Hmm.
out
They make
real well.
woodwind instruments.
Crow
This
in your friend.
building also seems suspiciously old and suspiciously well preserved.
Hey!
Seems like they're just messing with the forges a bit. Oh, Crowin, what's up, man?
I forgot their names.
Jeez. Every time I see you, you got new
Japanese.
scars. And you're getting larger.
He
What?
takes up the whole 5 foot by 5 foot cube.
He kind of motions with his hands and makes them wider. You're growing outwards.
That's the goal. If my height is cursed, might as well get wider. The traps
like
have
a
taken my
standard
neck as
dwarf.
well.
Yeah, we were just doing a little bit of heat training while we're waiting for the ceremony they're gonna have. Seems like all of you
Ooh.
guys might be getting a little bit more of a reward from what I heard.
Well,
Oh,
not the
God.
most.
And he'll probably keep rambling on about the different exercise things he has in mind, and also asking a lot of questions about what you did, considering.
And
On top of ones these are. Crow.
Discord died.
Hello?
Discord died.
That gets
Hello.
my bad.
Did my micro? Oh, I think I just died.
I think it was died.
I did too.
Ah, everyone's
Must
Discord
been
died.
there.
Refresh if you
Discord fucked
gotta.
up.
Yeah, I think Discord just died because it did for me too. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Nice, just making sure because I did disconnect as well. I think Discord is fucked up.
Oh, Discord just decided to die.
Inside the main hall, Cecil, you see a couple more of the professors quietly discussing.
Don't know them. I
There's
walk.
also a bit of steam coming out of the doorway in the top right of the room as you leave.
Steam. Wait,
Steam.
where?
Cecil leaving so fast.
I don't know someone. I
Jules.
don't want to talk to people I don't know.
They're professors. They'd know you.
Yeah, I never talked to them ever in my life.
Listen, in RP-wise, you have talked to them a little bit during classes.
Where's the Steam? I don't see nothing.
Perception check.
I got shitty perception. Oh, never mind.
Not
Best
20.
perception ever.
Coming
Let's
from
go.
in here.
Let's
You
fucking
guys
go.
should be careful. Good word. Okay, that's
You see-
Larry showering.
You
But-
see Larry, he's like in a giant bubble bath with some rubber ducks and a scrubber, half in his hand. Oh, hey
I'm gonna
man,
look
you
away.
made it to the house party.
Hey,
fuck? How's it
I'm
going?
sorry, I didn't know you were showering. I'm gonna step out.
He's still wearing his full clothes, you
Party!
can see.
I know, but I didn't see that. I just saw steam,
The
I saw
implication.
water, I look away.
Oh yeah, give me a second just to kind of floats down to the bottom of the tub.
Please tell me he wraps a towel around his already clothed waist.
Yeah. He grabs one of the nearby curtains that have been left in a pile and wraps it around himself.
Oh my god, I keep panning I keep resetting my settings.
I
Hello.
imagine Jory and I are speaking
Ooh.
about like the idea of woodwind instruments, but then I'd like to segue into talking about that kind of through Eberron radio system they're trying to get, or communication system.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to segue into maybe trying to help out with that a little.
He'll be definitely down for that.
All right.
Yeah,
then we're talking-
man, I got put here by Onyx. She asked if I wanted a bigger place to float around in. I didn't see why not, so I get to be the what does she call it? The curator of this place for when it's not being used.
Where's my Google Translate?
Google Translate.
We just say that word out loud.
A keeper or custodian. Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good. At least you have a bigger place to run around in. Can you travel the area freely now? Or are you still stuck to
maybe.
this place?
Kind of gets weird when you're a ghost. I don't think I've tried to get too far yet, but
Yeah.
it's all right. I left a few of my furry friends behind to keep an eye on y'all.
That's good. I will miss
Clue,
you,
as you go
Larry.
outside, all you spot is the horrific looking biblioplex, one of the biblioplex higher ups, staring disdainfully at the water.
He got rejected by his love or some shit. What the fuck is he doing there? Oh, my one and only love. I'm rejected.
Everyone's preoccupied here and there. Whew. So, Clue, is there anyone in particular you're gonna seek out? No one's been too much to the right side of the building besides America.
Not particularly.
Hmm.
The only person would be Queensley, and he's in the fucking fucked up room.
I mean, you could join in on the madness.
I am fine on that part.
Many slimoid questions would be asked and clarified. Check my notes here. And then once anyone ever gets hungry as well, you know the main hall has all of the food in it on the right-hand side.
Wait,
America's...
I was just gonna say, isn't America also from the Astral Sea? If you want to ask any questions about like his people or anything.
America's simping. Very busy
fair
man.
enough. Fair enough.
Well then. Everyone mostly found the people they're gonna be yapping to until the night reaches its high point. Ugh. On the right-hand side, you guys would have also spotted Lenny and Brimshaw, who appears to be back, playing cards with Quintilius. The greenhouse area had all of the people from the Biblioplex, like Feminor, who was talking with Miss Holly Pocket, as well as the two Witherbloom professors. And in the bar was also, or back in the kitchen area in the far back, the Shalana, the Medusa, was there as well, helping cook up with Crowan's old boss, Grill Fombly, and Curty.
My bad.
Tadric, for his part, just being there eating. The top of the table has
Sorry.
Onyx, Montrove, the king, his bodyguard, and then Silver
I got.
Quill.
I have to run back quickly because I heard Shalana. You want to try getting another swing, buddy?
Move as you
Fucking-
will.
We're probably gonna talk. Probably gonna talk with Larry for a bit before moving on to the next room.
This is just all
Let the
roleplay at this
other-
point.
I'll let the others talk and stuff. I just poke my head in.
There
here
was
and-
also Lou, who's standing by the main fountain staring at the tree in the center.
I would love to talk to him one day. At some point. You know what? Fuck it.
Inside this room, there is what seems to be Ragran, who you know is one of the nobles in charge of the mercantile side, and Grayson, who are having very boring merchant talks. They're all playing cards. Grimshaw, you cheating again? You got that shuffling matrix set up? I would never do such a thing, Letty. You're just terrible at poker.
Aw. Aw.
Yikes.
That's
Lenny
brother relationship right
Lenny
there.
seems to be in a very good mood, all things considered. Considering Brimshaw had been kidnapped by the cult was what ultimately had happened to him, but he was rescued.
Right here.
He's
He's right
staring at the tree with wide eyes.
What you staring at, Luke?
I feel like I've seen this tree before. I've never had a good look at it. That bark, the shape of it.
Have I seen the tree before? While we went
History
to the past?
check. Blue, you can of course do one as well.
Yes! Wait!
Well, because this is more fresh in your minds, this tree was the largest tree very close to where you met Lou in the past, like near the same river. Though this one, it looks much more magically preserved. The bark and whatnot has a similar shape, and it's definitely the same species of tree.
Pretty sure that's the same tree right next to the river in the past.
The past blinks a few times very slowly.
Right next to the river. I think it was the River March?
He's looking at your face. Have I met you before?
No, I don't believe so.
Scratches his long, stringy beard.
Why you lying?
I'd rather not break his fucking brain.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Well, to be fair, I've met many, many faces.
I mean, you've been here for a long time, right?
Starting to think if it's been too long, but at my age, perhaps it's better to be in a place like this. If I was back in Eberron or somewhere like that, I don't know if I would live very longer. The Fae have been trying to convince me to come back to the Feywild. I'm gonna take a closer look at that tree as he walks over the flowers, across the water, and up to the branches.
Takes
Still the
the
old
worst
him.
path.
Still the old him as is.
Leans in and says, "Tell me your secrets."
Blue, do you think he'll remember one day?
Tell me your secrets, tree.
Maybe.
Puts a firm ear up to the trunk.
Oh, nice. That's nice. Got his old tree.
Where did I? Oh, that's where I put him.
I'll
Looking
let
around the
him-
map.
I'll let him do whatever he wants. I'll just go back to the main room. I have not seen Ras anywhere.
See what?
Ras.
Grass?
Ras.
Raz? He was outside smoking.
It was
Past
outside.
me.
Where?
It was outside.
He was on the
To
main
the left.
stairs outside
Where?
I
smoking.
didn't saw him. Fuck my.
Why is he even here? Just for solidarity? Like he's a cop, isn't he?
No. He's a student that's working with security,
Oh, okay.
basically, right?
He
Yeah,
just
he was a second
presented
year.
himself like a cop.
He's now 4th year though. He's about to graduate.
No. He was always a student. He was just kind of like, I guess, working as an intern for the security at the school, the
Yeah,
guards.
he's now
Fair
a
enough.
4th year though.
Yeah.
Cause we're 3rd year. He's 1 year above us.
Onyx head nods.
I want to sit. I want to talk to Controller.
They're, for the most part, not really eating so much as just discussing things.
Yeah, I'll just sit and listen.
Seem to be quite low energy. Onyx still doesn't have her arm back.
Why does she not want her arm back? She just like. I don't
Try.
understand old people sometimes.
Because it's cool.
I don't
Very
think
true.
at her age she would think that it's cool anymore. I don't even think she's
Yeah.
understand or
At
like
her
talk
power,
about the concept of cool
She still smokes.
anymore.
I mean, at her power, she can
Like,
probably use
There's
magic to
no
do anything.
point. Yeah, there's no point for her to look quote unquote cool anymore. She's
That'd be rad
already
with
is,
kids.
dude. She'd be
I just
rad
think
with the kids.
I just think she's the type to fucking see it as a challenge and be like, I wonder if I can get my casting back up to, because if I can start casting with that speed, maybe I'll get an auto mail and then double the speed kind of thing. Like I see it as like
Maybe.
a training arc for her right now. Like
Maybe that's her thing.
work
It's
to
like,
cast
I
your
wonder if I
spells,
can do this.
reach the new level.
Yeah, maybe.
Chala, head chala.
Let's say there is the sound of music kind of fills in the hall as a somewhat familiar figure in the corner starts playing his little lute.
Logo.
A lute.
Is that a wall or just like a little area?
It's you're on a raised platform overlooking the dining hall,
I'm gonna
essentially.
poke my head down. Logo, you finally got your music? Finally got a new music going?
Always had it, just on my own now. Sounds like y'all got up to a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, we're really fully our choice. So.
Rarely is. Wait. Question completely out of character here for a moment.
Yeah.
Is there any chance, Ponch, that Reese might have kept in contact with someone like Lobos for other dealings?
I don't know. I think that it's safer to just cut all ties.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that if he's created a new family, a new circle of friends, whatever it is, a fake court, somewhere away from Strixhaven, because like he's probably at this point deleted the Reese personality and become someone else.
I'm back. Well, I'm gonna say this and then maybe just talk some other stuff after. But I think Lobos will say, truthfully or not, Reese says brings his congratulations as well.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Lobo.
Keeps playing his tune.
I mean, he might have. He's like a warlock or some shit, right? Like he might have his.
He
own
may be
ways
demonic of
divining
some
where-
sort.
Yeah, he might have his own ways of divining. So
He might
Who
be his
knows, maybe.
own version of evil of some sort.
Maybe he has been keeping tabs on Reese then, without his consent.
Might have had some of his own secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of the night goes smoothly. Let me know if there's anyone else you want to talk with before I do anything, before I move the scene along.
Nah, I think I got all my chats in. As the conversation ends with both Merelda and Jory, I'm just like fawning about the new Bolero, just showing all the new features. You'd think I
Thinking
was
about-
selling it.
God. I would definitely think at one point in the night, Jory and Merelda do just have a nerd session with you, talking about different things, scooping up a few other Artificer students.
Gonna need you to explain some of these diagrams you're mumbling in your sleep.
Gonna give you like 7 different new terminologies to memorize and learn about.
I'm starting to
Quadratic
understand
formula
why
for
some of these were
sub-arcana
just...
dimensional travel.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why some of these were just symbols. More of a concept than a formula.
When you break the weave down, it's nothing but a formula that can be manipulated with, except above a certain level, in which case the magic god gets angry.
Because of
As
Mystra,
we all
yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, I haven't ever got there, but I've heard stories of people who have touched it. Usually
There's
for pretty selfish reasons.
many legends. Ooh.
I'd like to just like pan away from our conversation asking both of them, so, if you had the ability, would you do it? And just like leave it on that. Like
Relda, for her part, probably talks a lot about the old legends she's read because she's been trying to see how far magic can be pushed and whatnot. It's already run into a few very clear warning signs. Even just the what is it? The composition of the spell Wish itself is a warning sign of messing with with reality and the mesh too directly has very bad consequences.
it's like
with
eat that
recoil.
necrotic damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So did the dragon actually take that necrotic, or was he just immune to necrotic so it didn't do any?
Was a wish-like spell. I think
Oh,
I'm just
fair
gonna
enough.
say he was immune.
Fair enough.
The fun DM note for that is originally I was gonna do time stop, but I thought wish was more dramatic.
Yeah. It was. But then
Well-
I had to bring up 5e's version of Wish and that it has drawbacks on like 3.5. And then the DM had a moment. I like that it has drawbacks in this version though, for sure.
That's fair. So, towards the end of the night, after people have enough chance to socialize with one another and ask you a few different questions, eventually everyone, I'm not going to move all the NPCs there, but everyone will have gathered in the main hall, like the auditorium or whatever you would call it.
Can I get dragged
And
there,
all of...
please?
What?
Can I get dragged over there, please?
I mean, I can do it, but as I am not putting every single NPC there.
Oh, well,
Why
I want
not?
to be there, though. Here. Where
Wait.
are they?
Let me
Where-
drag you. Let me just pull you through walls. Hold on. Hand of
Yeah.
God.
Please. Please.
Everyone else
me,
looks
God.
around.
Take me, God. At least put like
You.
the important people there.
You.
Country roads, take me home.
Where?
the wall.
What else am I missing? Where's Crowan? You.
the weight room.
Just getting jacked. Came in shirtless. I mean, it checks
like
out.
these guys here.
There are so many NPCs in this. Oh my god.
Self, it's fine.
Well, now you pretty much bet I couldn't do it. So now I'm doing it. Now you have to wait for everyone to show up and sit
Yeah,
down.
I'll wait.
That's fair.
I'll wait. We got all the time in the world. I'll wait.
The many members of the Strixhaven campaign.
I still haven't got all their names. So
I completely forgot most of their names.
Continues to kidnap NPCs.
we're just gonna sit and yap with Blue and Owen
Yeah.
a little bit. Do you want to
Sure.
stay for the 4th year, Owen? You planning to stay for the 4th year?
Don't know.
No?
Will you?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I already made it here. Might as well graduate at least.
Look back over my shoulder. I'll be staying.
Well, I don't
Well, I'll
need.
be staying
Well,
right
that's
with
enough
you, buddy.
persuading. I guess I am staying.
No, might as well spend a peaceful 4th year here at least.
Nice.
Sure,
normal
nothing
fourth
bad
year.
will happen.
On
No
the
major
4th
plot
year.
lines will ever be dropped.
We're not gonna leave this open-ended because that might make the DM think of a 4th year.
No, he's not thinking anymore. He
No,
stopped
I know.
thinking a long while back.
Run
Like-
another one shot in Strixhaven, maybe with different characters, and we can reference this campaign.
Look at all these NPCs. Look at
Look
all.
at 'em! Look at him!
One last time we can look at all of them.
Now you're gonna move them in different seats.
They're set up close enough. All the other seats are sat in by regular students.
Nice.
And Lou is playing the piano.
Beautiful.
It's really, really good, so I
And-
believe.
All of you are both anointed by the king as champions of Breland, and by Onyx as sages of Strixhaven,
You should get up there for that.
and
I
given
just
your own
scurry up the
little
wall.
medals. Let me just move that. And as you guys are all given your little medals and awards, that's where the campaign wraps up pretty much.
Thank
I'm
The
you,
gonna
applause
cry.
of the auditorium. Yeah.
No fucking way!
Good game, everyone.
And then I'll pull out the rock.
If anyone,
Good
I can also
day.
say that this is a good what is it, credit sequence for everyone. We can go through people what your characters would have done after Strixhaven or during 4th year, blah blah blah. As long as it's within reason to what they could accomplish, of course. It's a very blank check per se.
Time for the aftermath.
I think the end game goal was always to elevate his people. So I kind of go back to Ixalan, I think, and like start to make improvements like technologically. Like we literally live in caves and there's dinosaurs in our yard. Like not literally, but like outside everywhere. Like there's precautions. We lose a lot of people to dinosaurs that I could easily prevent. But as far as technological things that I'd like to do in the future, I kind of sent you a list that, if you're cool with it, I'd like to share ideas that I might
go for
be
it.
doing in the past or in the
Mhm.
future here.
Go for it.
Ascending stone that can cross dimensional lines and send short videos via a minor illusion enchantment. Now that I have access to rune crafters, so I essentially want to create Vine. Hypnotic sleeping binaural beats based on Cyril and Queensley's lecture podcast I already mentioned, and hard sound, the ability to create force objects using vibrational manipulations. And on top of that, I was talking with Jory about doing the Eberron's Royal Radio Network. I'd hopefully, as maybe summer break next year in 4th year, go check out what Jory's got and hopefully improve upon it.
Yeah. Archie going on to do many inventions and also being tutored and eventually brought into Merelda's fold. And yeah. Go on.
That was like honestly the question where it's like, how much does aesthetic matter to you? If she would have answered that differently, I would have pursued Jory as a teacher. But the fact that like that really resonated with Archie, he just loves old shit. Like, you know, he loves things looking vintage. So that was the ceiling factor there.
Well, Merelda, for her part, once she knows Eberron is safe for the time being, would have volunteered to help Archie with some of his own issues with his home world and whatnot.
Oh,
Since
fuck
she's a bit
yeah.
of a freelancer.
All right, we have full pirate defense systems now. Oh yeah, I didn't mention there's pirates too. The magic universe is fucking crazy.
Well, we can ask. I'm gonna go down the list here. What Cecil does in his epilogue.
I'm probably gonna stay for the 4th year, keeping contact with Monjove and Althea and maybe a little bit of Merelda, but not much. Afterwards, though, I'm gonna go back to Breland again and basically help the guild. Help Althea for a long while, travel back between Breland and I don't remember. Where did Crowan came from?
Faerun.
Yeah. Travel back between the Faerun and the Breland, basically, just to...
It's not Faerun, Faerun.
What the
Faerun.
Faerun? Yeah. Gonna travel back between Faerun and Breland, basically help Althea with her work here and there, while going back to Faerun to help with the guild and stuff. He's still pursuing for that guy that killed his whole family, but he's lowered it down a little bit and just try his best to keep with the guild and help Althea with stuff. And maybe the king if he ever asks for him, but he usually just stay out with politics.
Where is it?
Follow Cecil so that he doesn't get into any trouble. It's literally just it.
Give me one
Of course,
moment.
maintaining my relationship with my Oni.
Well, for a bit more to add to whatever epilogue you might consider writing up, one of the spy masters within Breland was able to get enough information to know the person you were looking for, Cecil, was last seen headed towards the Demon Wastes in Eberron.
Oh, I'm definitely going there.
So that's your bit of a leftover plotline thread. And Crowan, you just said what you'd be up to. Anything else to add to that?
That's it. I'm pretty simple.
Probably like the champion of Sylvanas now at this point with those smites. Like the DM did utter that too.
Another thing to mention, you'll be going through the Eldine Reaches if Cecil was to go towards the Demon Wastes, which is home to many paladins of Sylvanas.
Oh!
Oh, monkey!
Have a chance to meet with those
people!
orders, as that's where Drain went. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, that's where he went.
That's where Drain the Fallen went. Shout out to that character.
He was sick.
And America.
Maybe one day we'll see Reese again.
No, he's gone. You'll never see him again. He's a master of disguise.
What does America get up to?
America's gonna keep doing tasks for on it.
Bro's gonna keep being a
Honestly,
sinner.
long term, he might just turn into a bodyguard.
Maybe he just
or-
went to a fucking bodyguard, yeah.
And perhaps in the far future, as a question mark, there might have been one date post-graduation. 50-50 chance it was a simulacrum in her place.
Just to play his fantasies.
Yeah.
I'll leave it
So
open-ended.
America and Archie will see each other every day when he goes to drop off the Bolero FM podcast. You're never getting rid of me,
And
buddy.
Not till I know him.
It's like when they ask honestly, so what is your relationship with this particular person? Oh, we're just friends.
He
doesn't
just
seem to
followed
think-
me around.
He doesn't seem to think that, and then honestly, it's like,
I'm saying it's open ended, leaving it at that.
Fair enough. He's a merciful DM.
Onyx appreciates that while he's been a bit very actually he's been polite. He's been polite enough.
No, I don't
No,
say
he's
the
been more
barking.
thirsty, if anything.
No,
What do you mean, man?
the barking the moment Onyx opened the door was not polite.
What
That
barking?
was
I
forever
don't know what you're
ago.
talking about.
I have a screenshot, buddy. You wanna
Awooga!
fucking see?
I have a screenshot.
I
We
have
caught you in
proof.
4K.
I went through the whole WOD
Oh,
list.
no.
Don't try
But
me.
it is worth noting, America's an elf who has a very long lifespan, and Onyx also has a long lifespan, so there's no rush regardless.
He's
You're
gonna play the long
probably-
game. He's gonna get close to her as a bodyguard, then
Give it like 100 years, and maybe they start dating or something. 200 years.
maybe he after the or out of the scholastic facility that she runs, because you know the fact that he's her student is maybe a political faux
Well, no,
pas.
I specifically said it would have only been post him graduating that she
Yeah,
would have
fair
allowed
enough.
a date for actually accomplishing what she asked to begin with. What
That's-
about what would Plu get up to?
Probably finish the school
Evolve.
first,
Our favorite slime man.
and then probably go rebuild home.
Grow a beard.
Or up and slaughter all those snakes, you know.
These snakes must
Hell
die.
yeah, kill them all.
Kill them all. Where's it?
He'll be a very accomplished wizard at that point. Powerful wizard.
Powerful army.
Whew. I mean,
1,000 undead as an
is
army.
Plu originally from Eberron? I forget.
He was.
It is in Oregon or something like that.
Well, if there is ever a thread line to give you from Eberron, one of the most powerful and feared necromancers in the world is Lady Ilmaro, who would probably get up to some things once he returns.
One day.
Which that's giving me PTSD because when I was doing an Eberron campaign, we had lots of interactions with her.
I'm surprised
And-
we didn't as the evil party. We were kind of our own evil.
No.
And that's a wrap. Surviving a full campaign that was supposed to
2
just
years.
be chill and an introduction
for
because
y'all.
you guys had DMs bail on you.
2
Well,
times.
we really appreciate it. It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. I'll remember it fondly for the rest of my days.
Forever and ever.
It was very good. Now I have full open up the DM tome. There's no secrets anymore for behind the scenes. Like actually I think probably more than 90% of the campaign was definitely not from the book at all.
Yeah,
No.
I think I called the moment you broke off from the story because you seemed like angry, like frustrated by what they were writing.
Oh yeah,
Too many
that was
time
hella angry.
skips. Too many time skips. Pain.
I think he
Suffering.
broke off by like 4th or 5th session.
Well, okay. Initially, like I think only realistically the first couple of sessions at best I might have kept close to it,
Yeah.
and then what was it? I used it as filler, and then at a certain point I just stopped caring about it because at the beginning I had to figure out where I was gonna go with it, and after we had a few sessions, I had enough threads that I expanded on. Like the whole Merelda character, zero planning for that. Her book was a time waster for something. Like just something to give you guys something to chew on while I panicked and figured out stuff behind the scene.
Then you needed a super powerful fucking spellcaster to.
I needed to eventually
You
develop a
get the face.
villain as well. So like originally I was considering Merelda to be a villain, and then I thought, well, maybe I could do
Strop.
something else.
Get more morally gray.
A lot
I
of the
love that. I loved how both my characters separately interacted with Merelda, like, because Reese obviously hated her guts, but Archie was just like fawning on. She's his teacher now, like.
I mean, the stuff I'm learning in Strixhaven are probably pale in comparison to what she can teach me. Like, if RG gets to the
Yeah.
point he can cast Time Stop, like, he might be the most powerful goblin in the world. Like,
I think like the early and middle of this campaign was me attempting to figure out where the fuck we would go with it ultimately. Like trying to introduce artifacts, whether or not Merelda was the main boss, doing stuff like field trips, murder mystery, blah blah blah. Just trying to develop a core where's the ultimate destination, and then settling on a magical cult and tying Eberron into Strixhaven finally gave it an actual direction.
yeah, I mean, it was just in time because we had all these mini adventures that had, like, been chapters but not really dire, and it was all kind of leading up to that, and in the end we had like the diplomatic shit in Eberron, and then you like the Eberron setting, and we stuck with it, and I like
Drome
Eberron.
adventure
Yeah,
that
Drome was
lasted for
great.
so long.
Also,
That's where I found out about Senor and his dogs. That's like my favorite band now. I
also
keep in touch with them, by the way, in my epilogue.
a quick notice.
Mhm.
Remember the ghost dragon
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
who got the sword?
Yeah, I whispered this to him, but Flu was
finally
allowed to take the
Got
sword.
the sword from the
It's
ghost
No way.
dragon.
Yeah. He is worthy.
It's a currently partially broken legendary item that can be reforged properly by dipping it in a dragon's hoard.
Wow. Now we just gotta
Yeah.
find a dragon.
Dragon.
Well, it would be a quest to either sneak and do it or convince a dragon to let him do it.
I'm sure I could convince one.
Essentially.
We
It
gotta
would
find
be
metallic
harder to
dragons.
convince him, surely.
Probably. But
Even
I
a
was trying to do a
metallic
nice,
dragon would be like, that's my horde, bro.
like,
That's my horde.
to be fair, looking back, a campaign like this might have been a good crash course for most of the newbies because all those mini chapters had a lot of different stuff you see in campaigns, like murder mysteries or hex crawls,
Yeah.
or, you know, like diplomatic stuff. It had a lot of taste and variety of what you see from other campaigns.
Yeah, no, I think you did a good job.
Whew.
I don't think anyone's debating that. You can sit back and
Oh yeah,
relax
here's a question.
now.
What was the
Campaign
potion
ended.
again?
Oh my god, that you never used!
Let me look in inventory. Which one?
Queen's
Queen's
one.
Lee.
Queensley healing potion.
Again, that was a surface level. Oh, it's something spooky and weird. And then if you had actually drank it, I don't know, probably would have brought up like a wild magic table and just rolled on it.
Fair.
Queensley and Cyril's
That's-
origins were always supposed to be unknown and or possibly an aberration or elemental.
I remember I looked, I don't know if this was in front of the party, but I did like scan them to see where they were from at Reese. And I got an arcana that let me know that they were aberration.
Yeah. Other dimensional entities.
Mm.
Queensley's also from the Bruin campaign, which is the precursor to this one. The reused character.
Yeah, he was there.
He's stupid and weird. He started out as a
Awesome.
pie salesman.
Yeah, he
Don't
sold
heal
Yule
pies.
pies in our game, yeah.
Oh my god,
And-
it's not on.
This is another note. This is like a different campaign, but for Ponch's reference, that Queensley was also in cahoots with some of the demon lords in the center of the continent.
Really? I kind of figured he was shady.
A little shady. But yeah, I have like so many session notes that I never need to look at again. Thank God.
You're done, buddy.
And there's like
Anyway.
any-
I have
Mhm.
to excuse myself because I have Dylan coming to crash my house for
Feel
first
free.
time in a couple years.
be chilling for a
Be
while.
short minute.
Problemo.
But I want to thank everyone for a wonderful game. I'll see you in the next one when I have time here. And
Yeah.
yeah, if anyone's
Bye.
running, give me a shout. Later.
Oh.
Well, there's a one shot, but he's gone, so there's
Sorry,
that.
John.
He haven't made his character.
I do think Strixhaven as a setting, very good. Just
Fun
need
setting.
to do your own thing with it.
You should-
I liked having a setting where you could have like a consistent place to return to and characters to interact with. And if I was more organized DM, I think it would be very good to like build a relationship over time with NPCs and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm. As I eat a
Probably.
dried mango.
It probably would last way more session if like
This is like session 45.
no, if we do like our own character, throw our own character thing in there as well. way more.
I'll be here for a while. If you have any questions about any point in the campaign ever, I'm here for it. A lot of like random stuff though, or a lot of stuff was just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what would stick to run with. I'm happy to get this pretty complete as well, because I have a history of trying to run campaigns and then falling apart. Whereas this one we somehow got across the finish line.
We did it.
And I will say to this day, the murder mystery was still my favorite part.
Yeah, I love it. Everyone was dying and I love it.
Which almost makes it funnier.
Margaret was dying, Blue was dying, Snow was dying, even Ponch was dying a little bit.
Mr.
And I'm
was
just here.
thinking.
Thank you.
I
Also,
use my brain too much, man.
I wish I had done more with the artifacts, but honestly, I think if I ever do something like that, it needs to be a smaller group. And I need to be more considering at how I want to use them.
Yeah,
Yeah, more custom items, nice.
I almost died.
Still custom items, funnish.
It's funny. Never gonna use the vines. It's just no chance to use the vines.
I almost died from
Well, that's-
vulnerability to necrotic.
Another thing too, why it's better to have smaller parties. I wish I had been able to focus on each person's individual story a little bit more.
Yeah. Would be nice, but at the same time, I think it's good. It's still a good story, like overall.
Taught you guys a lot, so now you actually know how to play TTRPGs and can do your own stuff or find other groups.
And now no one wants to play D&D ever again.
No one will ever touch 5e again.
I will say, I will always be willing to play it. Hosting it, probably not for a while, if ever.
The
Shout out
funniest
to the DM.
part. What?
You're the new DM.
Also-
Yeah, probably at some point.
Props, Mikey, you made it across the finish line too. You might not have roleplayed a ton, man, but you kept showing up for every single session, basically.
At
better
first
than
he
me,
was-
Christ.
At first he was inconsistent, but after a while.
How
he
was I
got
inconsistent?
more.
I've been here every day. Ah!
No, you didn't.
I
No,
never
you-
missed a day.
You're more consistent.
I
never
Snow.
No, you're
He
more
never.
consistent.
He
You are more consistent than Snow, but you didn't show up every day.
I think it was more
Yes, I
consistent
did.
than Paunch too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Punch and Snow is
I
top
don't. I've
level.
never missed a day. You can't prove that.
Man, it's almost like I have 43 sessions of recording on YouTube.
Yeah, and I was there.
And I could just pull up any time.
Yep,
It
and I
pissed
was
me off
there.
so bad that I missed so many crucial like, stuff.
God.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
did
you
miss
guys
a
went
lot
to
of
the old
stuff.
archives too, right?
Yeah, we also did Midnight to the old archives stuff.
Fun times.
The part that pissed me off the most is probably talking to Ashford. I don't know why that man pissed me off so much. He just do.
Because you're not used to dealing with characters that really don't be polite or care.
Like, no, that's not even an issue. I don't care if they're not polite. I deal with other people that's not polite. Like, my own party member is not polite, then I don't care about that.
Who that?
There's something about the man. I don't know. He just pisses me off.
Rome was an interesting time too. Mainly because I got to explore different flavors, also give Clue a little bit of other slimoid interaction.
You got more slime. You got more slime. We still don't know where Reese went. Imagine going.
It's fine.
Also, I had to reflavor so much of the staff in this game because the base staff they give you are all boring as shit.
What?
I'm pretty sure over half of the professors they give you are all just human. Or elf.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they'll some sort of magical.
I remember
The
I
Oracle
was
is
like,
just some old lady, not even named.
yeah. I don't know that one. I didn't look into that one.
Again, very strong setting, but you gotta flesh it out.
They never flesh it out.
I mean, like, and well, there's so many different sections too, and other bits you could consider. Like, there's a reason I did the field trip to the outskirts of Strixhaven, because I'm like, what does Strixhaven just end as a sub-dimension, or like, those early questions helped me develop other shit. And the MacGuffin of it being part of Eberron, that's definitely not canon to Strixhaven at all. I just thought it was a good tie-in for where it came from, and a bit of, morally gray area where the dragons probably should, which by the way, yeah, the dragons ripped Strixhaven out of Eberron and that caused very bad effects. But this is the moral gray question of if it does enough.
Is?
Yeah, no, like the entire thing was the dragons ripped a part of Eberron out to create this sub-dimension in the past in order to create an area where magic can be studied freely and safely, as well as interact with other dimensions. It was a greater good scenario, though it caused a lot of damage.
Man, I was asking that question for so long. It was true the whole time.
Well, the nicest part is they just need to wait till you're dead, and then no one will be able to remember what happened.
I have my notebook. I will spread that shit like wildfire.
But, yeah. That was the whole thing. Which is why it's like, when Mournland was disrupted even further, it started to really destabilize things.
Now I need to scroll all the way back up and copy everything before Bunzo deleted it.
I mean, I'm gonna keep, well, for example, I'm gonna keep this Discord server for a year or two at least. I could just let it doesn't take any effort for me just to leave it here.
And keep it forever.
Keep forever.
Give me
You guys have the
ownership.
fucking wiki. You guys have the fucking wiki too.
Yeah, give me the character's ownership so I can copy it.
Yay!
I
Might
just
be able to
sent
make
you
the
the
sheets
UUID.
public.
I
Hold
just sent
on,
you
I'm
the UUID from Malta.
I'm not going to do anything with that. It's from-
I will make all of your character sheets owner level so everyone can see each other.
Yeah, let's look at little characters.
This game also gave me a good chance to consider my DMing style, my strengths and weaknesses. I'm extremely good at improv, but like the tech side of things was very rough at. You can do so much more stuff with Foundry, it's insane.
Fucking hell. Oh my god, she's only is 13 AC.
Stop it! Stop teasing me about it! Leave me alone!
There's no fucking wonder why you kept getting hit.
No,
BRB.
that's why I told Bunzo you should have hit me when we were like doing the trial for like the Celestial and stuff. Because that's all he need to do. He will hit me every shot. Why is he going for blue?
I have -1 inch. Dex, right?
Oh wait, has Poncho
Man.
used silence?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he uses it once or twice. I think it's once at least.
I don't remember. so nice to see, actually.
Let's look at all your items that
Now
you
you
don't
can
use.
see.
Yes.
Look through America fucking items.
Why are you looking at her? That's private.
Oh yeah, what's America at? But got a horde, you know?
I did use the horn, I think. At the end.
I just got the horn. They don't use it.
To be fair, I literally still have the items ever since we started this campaign.
Yeah, I've still got my stuff and all.
Yeah, I put some stuff away too.
I just set it to like 0 instead of like actually delete it.
I'm copying and pasting all of my notes to the thing. I'm probably gonna make my notebook public at some point.
Why not?
Why not? No one's gonna see it. It's gonna be cringe-worthy anyway.
No one's ever gonna look.
Wait, you're only attuned to 2 things? Octo? Oh, it used to be 3 because of the armor, no?
Because my chest plate is fucking destroyed.
Yeah, okay. Now I remember.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Chief, when he break Octo armor, I was like, brother, you could have killed me and there would be no consequences of your action.
It
but
wasn't
no.
intentional, but still. It's funny.
Yeah.
Holy fucking spells, Octo.
Yeah. And I've,
Yeah, but a lot of
there's like
spells.
6 more spells I missed because I never got. I never did my level
Jesus.
properly.
Can't believe you didn't level properly and now you're just like still OP as shit. Like, what the fuck?
I could have gotten like so many of my necromantic cells from the add-ons. Just
Oh
for
my
free.
god.
It was literally a necromantic god.
Man's gonna turn into a necromantic god. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that whatsoever.
Barely in my army.
Skeleton Lord. A kind skeleton lord, can you believe it?
Also, I want to note for this campaign, I think for most of it, this was a that one gif of someone putting rails in front of a train. That was me for most of this campaign. Like vague notes at best sometimes, but a lot of it was like the week before being like, ah, fuck, what am I doing now?
Yeah, no, I have to remind him that we have D&D, and then he just like, we have D&D.
And a lot of panicked decisions, and some arcs were legitimately just, I just need to keep them busy for a while, so I don't need to think too hard on it.
I mean, it's like that train game. You know the train game where you build railings?
Well, like, what is it? The field trip angle, for example, was just, alright, if I come up with this, they'll be busy for this amount of sessions, and I won't need to worry about it too much. Or the murder mystery was redoing a module for Fit and Fix Strixhaven, so I wouldn't need to think about it for too long. All that stuff. Because, yeah, I've never actually used a proper module that helps. Or is at least useful. So definitely next time if I do anything, I should fucking try to do that. Because I think even with a module that did an okay job at giving me more resources, would be so much better to compare what I've been doing. Like my last campaign before this one, I did everything myself, which was a mistake. World included.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm doing, yeah.
That's when I reused Eberron, which made it easier, slightly. I think without using Eberron, it would have been fucked. Kind of, or much more boring.
Yeah.
It's like an expansion pack.
Well, like, if you only kept within Strixhaven, there's only so much you can go around, unless you want to do a lot of cataclysmic, like, a Harry Potter scenario where just terrible things go on around the school constantly.
And we're gonna be the heroes at the end. Harry Potter. The boy. The he who shall not be named. Wait, does Punch know that... Why doesn't he have 4th level spells?
He probably chose not to.
I mean, he probably just never
Nah,
put it on his
I-
sheet because he has a physical one.
Yeah, here's a physical one.
So,
He's the veteran, so I
So
would
you know
know.
that he's a veteran. He's writing on paper.
I'm gonna do a count. Reese and Archie have a total of 3, 4, 5, 6 dropped. With, I think, a total of 2 deaths.
Everyone should
Blue
be
have
owner,
2
by
drops.
the way. Blue.
Blue have 2
Yes.
drops. America have 3. Crowin have 3. And I think
What?
we have 1 death.
Oh.
And Cecil will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops. With no deaths.
I dropped
yeah,
twice at
that's
the werewolf
fun.
encounter, right?
No, you dropped once.
Died.
You dropped another once at the snake.
The snake?
The snake we fight before the big guy.
Was I here for
Also-
this?
Yeah.
If I host a system,
Yes.
I would like
Oh,
a system where death isn't as easy to fix as a 400 gold diamond.
Yeah.
That was 800 gold, mind you.
I still stand by what I say. It takes away all of the threat of death entirely.
I mean, I have a 5,000 gold diamond.
I
But
don't.
it- no,
think
no,
that's
but like,
fair.
but
I feel like
my
it's-
point is just being like, I found any time like if you guys have those, it just takes away so much of the drama. You don't need to worry as
It's
long
way
as you
the
have a
risk,
diamond on
actually.
you. Dude, like any other game I play that doesn't have that, it actually feels sketchy when things get bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
I mean, it's
Baron.
like the option to
Yeah,
run
no,
out
in,
is
in
always open.
Symbaroum, fuck, you're just fucked.
Symbaroum is the definition of death. Is death.
Yes, Steph.
There's nothing to do about it. I also don't like Symbaroum because it's so hard to play.
Mm.
Me copy and pasting all the notes into my private Discord server. So I could just throw everything in.
Yeah. It is over, but like you guys are already getting into other groups and stuff and doing your own thing, so like it's going pretty well. Or at least there'll be more group sessions in the future. You guys will play with each other, I'm sure, more here and there.
That's the
And I
thing, I
get
don't
to
know who's gonna host next. Because I want to be a player as well, but
Yeah,
yeah,
me too.
I probably might have cursed myself to be the forever DM here. Yeah! You're
Yeah.
trapped! There's nothing you can do about it!
No
I can
escape.
do something about it, I could just not run ever. And you getting fucked?
I'm gonna hunt you.
We'll have a couple
You
more.
go knocking at your door. Time for D&D, child.
Try,
I'm
bitch.
your child.
You pissed me off last time.
When was last time?
You and you're fucking messing the whole system up because you put in the wrong shit, so we gotta redo your whole character sheet again.
That wasn't my fault. You should have been clear with your instructions.
I told you it. I told you to drag and drop it, and what did you do? You looked it up on the goddamn D&D system.
We'll see. I mean, fucking DMing is, as all of you can see, a lot of work. Even if you're not like I wasn't tryharding at all. I was very chill with it, and it was still a fuckload of work.
It's
So
like a second job in a way.
yeah, it's a lot of time investment. So that's usually why people don't do it too often. And you also have to be the one like keeping track of a lot of the rules, making sure people are doing things mostly by the book, running different monsters, blah blah blah. Like you got a lot more you gotta pay attention and keep up with. Ugh. It's worth
a
it,
little bit.
but
Yeah.
I also think, well, another issue, quote unquote, everyone loves D&D because it's the first one people play, and it's a very well established one. But I will point out, as a TTRPG system, you guys need to learn so much to run D&D as a DM versus like Fabula Ultima or a lot of these other TTRPGs where the rules are a lot lighter. It would be easier to run your own stuff. For your own world, at least.
No, I
D&D
feel
has
like
a lot more systems to
no,
learn.
for like Fabula Ultima, it's sure like you don't have to spend a lot of time learning the rules and stuff, but you have to spend a lot of time just creating the world itself because like
Oh, yeah.
there's nothing.
But
Like
I guess my point would be though, like if you're a creative person who wants to run a lot of your own stuff, those systems might be better than just running D&D before you learn a lot about it. That's another. I would be. I definitely think it's not good to guess my mindset for the future, but I'm definitely gonna use a different system if I run again, because I want a different flavor than D&D for once as a DM. Might be a JRPG. Who fucking knows? Make a full made campaign or something.
Oh, please, Dan.
There's so many other RPG systems out there to look at. So many. Oh. Like
To be
even
fair-
Symborum, which we've played a lot of, feels like barbarian dark fantasy vibes.
yeah, it's more dark and apocalyptic-ish.
Yeah, the grimy feel. I love it. Like it's the vibe of the system. Just playing something that isn't D&D, I'm always reminded that like there can be different vibes when you're playing a tabletop game, and it's been a nice variety.
The thing about that game is like everything breaks real quick if you're not careful.
I mean, probably the biggest complaint. Well, that's fine, but the biggest complaint I have for Symborum, corruption fucking sucks. For the most part.
I mean, I think it's. I mean, it. Yeah, I think it was made to be sucks.
Oh,
It
yeah.
made to be really bad.
But, oh, I can finally chill. No more notes. No more nothing.
More notes. I'm not sure yet. I'm on session 40 of my notes, so I have to do a more session. What I mean
God.
with that is. What I mean with that is that I have to finish my system notebook. I'm on session 40 still. I haven't finished it fully.
Wonderful.
Well, guess I'ma head out, play rivals for the first time today. And then next to do.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a
You can't do
fucking
that.
full lie. I don't even need insight for that shit. Why didn't my key? See? It's slowly going out one by one. Slowly. The poop as its
Slowly going
first.
God. Another thing I would want to do, or at least another fun idea anyone can steal, I like the idea of giving the group a home base. I also did that a little bit in my Bruin campaign. And if I were to do it better in the future with something, I would love to set up a home base that's like modular for the group to do. So like you could spend your gold or platinum upgrading your base and then physically see the map expand and change. I think that'd be very cool.
Oh, I have a loose idea on that already.
Yeah, like you'd for one, you'd have a gold sink for your players for something they could invest in, and then like have these additions. I don't know, give them little bonuses or something.
I was gonna add
Something
tokens
like
to the
that,
map to
or even
make,
just
like KS and shit
Yeah,
like that to
well,
you move around.
yeah. like like making a base that they slowly get to expand that grows as them as they are adventurers, I think would be really cool or fun. Even just for the sake of decorating.
Time for the shopping session.
Yeah. If I were to do it better, it would literally just be making modules of a house and like having an open shopping list, gamify it a bit or something.
Maybe. It's always nice to decorate a house and stuff.
IKEA.
Moss Haven wasn't. Actually, no. I think Moss Haven was the one thing I meant to be a long-term bit. Though I never planned to have like a time warp session to see the origins of that. I just thought that would be a nice wrap-up.
It'd be well, it was nice to just watch like it from the old days and then giving Lewin some funny stories.
Lewin being accidentally one of the more standout characters with zero intention because originally was a joke character. Suddenly
Yeah.
became very... he
That's
kind
how
of
it is.
became the spirit of Strixhaven.
Wonder what
Joke
would
character
happen
series.
when he
That's,
passed away.
that's the way.
Yeah. Usually how Strixhaven, or not how fuck it. That's how usually D&D go. So
You start off with a joke character and it comes badass.
You feel the
it
backstory.
turned real quick.
Oh,
Can't believe we finished it after 2 years.
2 years.
it was supposed to be a, oh, these guys need a DM. I'll help them out for a bit. And then it kept going and going and going.
2 years pass and you're finally.
I also, well, the biggest part was if I was going to end it, it needed to be like a decent wrap up, and it took so long to get to that point.
Oh, we really
I gave
did.
up trying to get through all 4 years. No fucking way that would happen.
Yeah. We really do.
Also, most of the NPCs like Montrove is just that dude from Helsing, but watered
Yeah.
down. Like, a lot of these guys are just straight rips. There's a good amount that aren't, but there's a good handful that are.
I mean, I saw Mollymok from Kurkurol in here.
Now, for what it's worth, actually, I think
Sure.
realistically, let me step back here. 4 or 3 are straight rips. I'll give myself some credit. I did use a lot of existing pictures, of course, but like most of the time, I just looked at the picture and went off of the vibe
Yeah.
for personality.
Which
And
is
you
fine.
only use one AI image.
What?
Yeah,
It's a big bot.
and that was back when AI, it was like a bad one too.
Yeah.
You can do a lot better now.
See how crunchy
I
the
think
colors
using
are.
AI imagery for your NPCs is more than fine. I don't think
did
I ever
use it,
used.
too.
I definitely didn't because I kind of hate the AI look. It's just too clean and boring. Having a mishmash of pictures is more funny.
Of different
Also,
styles
Cyril-
from different artists.
Cyril and Queensley are both from the Mighty Boosh, and they're the same actor, same guy.
Yeah. They look exactly alike, so. Until
But-
today, I still can't stand Lenny and Grimshaw. Still can't do it.
Those are some of my favorite characters. I weep.
I fucking know.
They did
and I
that too
hate
well.
them. Look at their faces. I can't do that shit.
Wow.
Brimshaw.
Wow.
Like Brimshaw's backstory.
Oh,
Yeah, what happened to Grimshaw? Like you
okay.
just wanted...
Originally, I had different plans for Mage Tower, where it was gonna be more dramatic. And there was gonna be like a cult attack, blah blah blah, and the cult was going to. Well, what was it? Some of the students would have been working for the cult, and there would have been a big reveal. And there was a timeline where Brimshaw was one of those cultists, and Lenny would have been like, "No, Brimshaw, you can't do this." And then he would have been betrayed by his friend, and then I was like, nah. They get a good ending. The entire idea is both of them, well, Brimshaw is a warforged towards like an automaton with a soul, and he's there to try to help Lenny cope with the fact that he was forced into being an automaton with a soul.
Interesting choices.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what flavor I'm looking to run next if I ever do. At one point
Ooh.
during while I was hosting this, I tried to run a World of Darkness setting. And that one was fun, but it quickly raised a lot of questions because it's set in the modern times.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that
know.
went off real quick.
It was very okay. I will say though, it was very kind of cool because I've never played any other RPGs, which is just set on Earth but weird.
Mhm. It was
I think if I were
basically
to,
like it was basically a normal world with where
well, it's a normal
werewolf
world,
and
but
vampire and ghouls and stuff was real also.
everything supernatural is actually real and far more insane than you thought it was. But well, there was a few different issues with that one. One, the new World of Darkness system is very watered down. Old World of Darkness is an old as shit system, which is very janky and has way too much detail and is very broken uppy. And then the new world but the sad thing is the new one did the classic thing where they just they wiped the slate clean and kind of made everything very boring. I like the crazy, so if I were to ever go to it, I'd have to use the older systems. As well as that, I needed to do a lot more research about the setting, and also probably just not set it in modern times, or like maybe set it in modern times, just not the exact same shit we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or hell, just make it like the fucking 90s or something. That's also another thing I've seen some people running that game do. But that system's interesting because, as was pointed out by someone I was watching talk about it, if you're running World of Darkness, there's less questions about how the world works, for the most part on the surface, because like, if someone's like, hey, I want to buy this item, how much is it? You don't need to bring up a DM guide or like make medieval calculations, you can just look up the price on Amazon or some shit. Like, this is existing real life things that you yourself as a DM have interacted with and know. Then there was Fabula Ultima, which we tried, which was neat, but as Siren said, requires a lot more input from the DM. I think Index is still running hers for that, from what I remember. Made RPG was fun, but stupid. Very
Too
stupid.
chaotic for my
I also tried a Pokemon TTRPG, and my reaction to that was, this is cool, but this is... there was so many subsystems and different things you'd have to calculate as a DM, it hurt. It was basically doing the game manually. Also looked at like Toho RPGs and other junk. And a mecha one at one point I was eyeballing too. And of course Pathfinder. Pathfinder just seems to me like D&D, but more open and fun.
Oh my god, you can actually join us.
No, there's so many games.
I think I politely turned it down to begin with. One day though.
Oh, there's not too many players.
I do like...
I mean,
Listen,
this is...
I played Pathfinder a little bit. The classes look more fun.
It's
I like the systems a bit more. It's more crunchy. You have more options of what you want to do. The races are cooler, more unique. It just seems better to me.
Just way better.
Yeah. Like, D&D is so homogenized and... like, it's polished, but I don't know. It has no soul. Although the new D&D, some of the new D&D stuff seems pretty neat. Like, I looked at the new version of D&D Monks, and they kind of seem cool.
D&D Monk was pretty cool. Snow was about to play too.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Bolero? Not fucking. Oh my god, I'm like, my brain's blurring.
They didn't call it D&D. They didn't call it 6th edition. It's just D&D now, which I fucking hate.
That's pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna call it 6th edition. 6th edition. Fuck it. Which it was a very smart idea for me not to update us to that new edition because they changed a lot more than I thought they did. Close it.
Yeah, well,
Am
now
I okay
you
to
know.
close the server? Or should I keep it up?
Yeah, you can close it.
You can close the server.
Yeah, you
Never
can close
saved
it.
everything. Never exported
Wait,
everything.
hold on, Siren, what did you say? What was I gonna play?
I was like, Monk.
Right!
I'll be right back. 1 second.
My...
Look at.
You'll be able to see my kobold monk.
Well, I'm playing a monk for Octo's thing. Except it's more like what did I call myself. I call myself a brawler, and it's more like street fighting or wrestling moves rather than martial arts. Like my guy doesn't know what the fuck he is. He thinks he's just a badass.
I just punch people, and I like it.
Well, this is what I also recommend to all D&D people. You can make your class whatever you want if you can just put it on top of an existing class. Like it work, like, you know what I mean? Like just flavor all your wordings and stuff differently. Like I'm not calling it key points, I'm calling it blaze points. Like I'm not necessarily doing martial arts. I'm like throwing haymakers or doing more boxing or kickboxing shit and weapons. I'm a brawler. But it still fits the monk class. I'm using all the same mechanics. It's just reflavoring them. You can do that for anything. Breaking out of stereotypes for D&D is a lot of fun. Let me look here. I know some of the coolest stuff I saw for them was like deflect attacks is very neat. This once per turn as a reaction, you get to reduce the damage. And at a certain point, if you reduce it to 0 and spend a key point, you can send some of it backwards. Very cool. And you got like fucking slow. Yeah, monks looks like they made it very, very neat. Perhaps the saddest part about it jumping to a new edition is all of the extra classes from previous edition are kind of I don't know if they still can be used.
It's not balanced properly.
Yeah, they're not balanced properly. Like for 2024 monk, there's only like 4 or 5 subclasses versus everything else we had. God help us if you looked at something like a wizard. Wizard had some of the most subclasses in existence. And congrats, you got to survive a campaign playing a necromancer.
Yay.
I knew the moment you picked it what you would be dealing with.
I wasn't even planning to necromancy. I was distracted.
And I did genuinely, I am sorry for picking undead enemies and stuff, but, you know, the skill checks and all this other stuff. And then I tried to give you the expanded necromancer book. It is rough. Like the flavor of the class just doesn't really work for D&D too well.
That was good enough.
Yeah. Also forgetting about, what is it, whenever you kill someone with a necromancer spell you heal. I never remembered that thing, ever.
Oh well, I never got, barely ever got the last hit, so it was never useful.
Yeah.
You know, even I did get the last hit, it was like a cantrip.
This is the other thing about running a 5-player party. They deal a fuck ton of damage. Let alone having summons. Just without the summons, a fuckload of damage.
And they have flanking.
Repeatedly, I had to buff enemies' health so they didn't just evaporate.
No,
So many
times. I had to do the same thing for y'all group.
So many times.
The one shot, you guys can blame Bunzo's yours. Because at first the lady was like, what, 30, 40 HP? And then fucking Bunzo one shot her. So I'm just like, you know what? You're getting 100 HP. With four different skeleton.
There were multiple times in the campaign where I did buff things a little bit to kind of match a dramatic pacing a bit better. I tend to do that as a DM because I like making things a bit more fun. Or like if an enemy is so close to dying, but he's been so close to dying for 4 rounds, sometimes I'll just cheat and weaken his health enough to die, so it ends on a good point.
Yeah.
It's in between DMs for how you want to do that. I always play to try to make the scenes fun or dramatic or on point, rather than just purely what the dice are telling me. Another thing to consider for future groups, or at least I'll be considering, and you other DMs can, is what players you invite and how they interact with each other roleplay wise.
Yeah, that was a pain to go through.
That's a big one.
I mean, for the time being,
That
it's just
was
be you guys.
pain.
Yeah,
I
Rick.
do like buttons. I do like group 3 going in though. Like Bunzo, Pat, Zach, and Rita.
The chaos
The
one.
chemistry is immaculate.
Pat
You
and
guys
Zach
have to
don't
see
shut
it.
the fuck
Chemistry
up,
is
and I also don't usually shut the fuck up, and Rika is also pretty talkative too.
Yeah. Like they're trying. I can't fully say this, but they did something that's like completely irrelevant to the plot, and they stand there for 30 minutes doing that same thing irrelevant to the plots.
Got experiment, man.
They even have me explain the types of metal, and I'm just like, brother, it's silver.
Another Strixhaven Easter egg, which would have been missed. I don't even know if I mentioned it, but
So,
there was that one point where there was this old guy with two Knowles as a band.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a reference to another group from Bruin, who I had
What?
given a deck of many things. So their group, that was like the experiment group where it was Pad, Zach, and Rekka. And they were playing an evil campaign essentially on the side of my main campaign. And
Yeah.
because they're experimental, I gave them the deck of many things, which is a legendary magical item. I don't remember how many cards it has. I think it has 20 cards. Some are extremely good, for like 10,000 gold, or
Yeah.
you get your own castle, or you get 3 levels. And others are like, you get trapped in a prison, or the Avatar of Death chases after you, etc. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was the reference there. For
So they
funny.
got chased by the avatars of
Yeah.
the FS1. Okay.
Which, fun fact, in that campaign, I think Rekka like pulled 2 cards because she was super brave and got 2 benefits out of it,
Who
which
got
is
the
very
the
funny.
death?
No one did, I don't think.
Oh, I thought
They
one of them did.
they didn't fuck with the cards as much as I think they did, but that group fell off pretty quick, but that's on me. They did a bunch of dumb stuff, but it was funny because them as a 3-player group, I would have to interrupt them in order to do stuff as a DM because they wouldn't stop talking. They would ramble much.
Literally fucking the campaign I recently that I run, like the one shot that I run for them the other day, lasted pretty sure if I let them keep going and I didn't cut anything out, pretty sure it would last 8 hours. Pretty sure. I have to cut it down to 5 hours. I was able to cut it down. Because all 4 of you were supposed to experience stuff. I cut it down to 2 people. And that fight, I cut the fucking main guy health down by half.
Ugh. Okay, throw up. I also know if I host anything in the future, I have a couple of buddies that I would probably invite first because I've never had a chance to be able to DM for them, and I know they're good players.
Oh, good.
My buddy Thalian, my buddy Thalian, he was like a forever DM, or like when I was a kid or in high school, he was the guy that was willing to DM for all of us all the time. So I'd love to give someone like him a chance to be a player.
Mhm.
He also takes his characters very seriously, which
Yep.
God help him when he had to interact with Pat and Zach in the Hunter one. Holy shit.
Misogynistic,
Yeah,
bitch ass character.
Pat and Zach commit to the bit, and for the Hunter the Gathering game, what was it? Pad played a sexist techie type dude, and then Zach played a boomer, a right-wing leading boomer. Just very aggressively in character with it and dragging my poor friend into it with zero hesitation.
First session, walking in, you know what they're talking about? oh yeah, did you heard that the bird was actually not real and they were sent by the government? Oh, I lose my mind. I was like, okay,
It
you know
was
what? I'm just gonna stand out. I'm
it
not
was the
doing this
first
shit.
time as a DM. Well, as a DM, my buddy Alien was like, I don't know if I want to keep playing. They're a bit much for me, though. You guys can keep going. And I realized, oh, okay. And then I told Pat and Zach that, and they toned it back because they're adults and they were just playing a character, and it was all good after that. Very funny though.
Then immediately they turned. I was the only lady in the group. Immediately
Yeah.
turned sexist, and I was just like, okay, let me step back a little bit.
If it was any other player, you might be concerned, but those guys, that's just how they play
They're
characters.
just psychos. I know Pat and Zach personally, so I'm just like, I don't mind. But I'm pretty sure if we stream it, Pat probably would get in trouble. I am pretty
Just
sure
commits
he
to
would
the
get in
bit.
trouble.
Oh no, I think God, the World of Darkness is such a cool fucking setting. It's a shame it's just so old, janky, and there's too much lore to keep track of. Half of it's fake too, so that maybe helps it.
You just call it rumors.
Well, that's the thing. The entire thing about World of Darkness is like everyone's basically lying to each other to try to keep secrets and other junk. So it doesn't. It's both the easiest and worst world to run for that reason.
Just too much.
Everything is rumor, nothing is real. Oh. God. Now I can focus more on drawing and trying not to die. How many D&D groups am I even in? I kind of count your guys as one-shots, but for actual campaigns, I think I'm just in the one right now.
Yeah.
For now. The Symborum one. Which
Yeah.
I am surprised Zach has kept it going so long.
How long has it been?
Yes.
I
Actually, I
don't
feel like that
remember.
shit started around when I started Strixhaven, and he's still going.
I think it started around Strixhaven. It's still going.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Though
maybe
he
a
doesn't
month.
host every 2 weeks, right? Sometimes there's like breaks in between.
Yeah, but it's almost every 2 weeks every time. So like,
Me checking
Yeah,
if this is
would have been
Symborum
this
Sunday?
frequent.
No, thank God.
No. I think he moved it to the 8th. Supposed to
I'm
be
still waiting.
tomorrow, but
I don't know
moved it
where
to
that
the
game will end one day.
No, I don't know. It just keep going. The book just keep coming out, and Zach just keep hosting.
The sad part is the last campaign I was a part of before that was one campaign where it just fell apart. The worst ending for a campaign you can get is when the DM just stops hosting. That happened to that one. Very sad.
What happened? Did the DM just felt like lifestyle or
I don't know if
something?
there was anything happening in the background that I didn't know about, but like, so this DM at one point he had hosted a full campaign from 1 to 20 with our group before. I was a part of that. That was crazy that we actually got to max level. And then he started a new campaign, and then eventually it just kind of petered out. I think one attribute of it is he ran 2 fucking groups at the same time who were doing different things. So that's a big burnout if you're having to run 2 different D&D timelines or group lines.
Yeah, that
What
would
was
be.
it? The 2 groups, one was the Amethyst Sisterhood, since all of our characters were Whammon. And then the other one was called the Sewerside Squad. I don't know why. They did some sort of mission in a sewer. They were definitely didn't even watch too many of their sessions, but I could tell they were a bit more of a meme group where they were just kind of fucking around and fucking with the DM.
Yeah.
Though I will say they had one of the funniest meme images they posted in their Discord. I wish I had saved it. Where it was like one of their characters holding 2 baby leashes and being pulled different directions by 2 other characters.
Oh yeah,
Fucking amazing.
that's what it feels like in Pat campaign at the moment. But instead of 2, I have like 5 different leeches. All of them going in different directions. gonna cry.
I guess. Oh shit! This is actually making me. I'm a little sad. I don't think I saved any of the D&D art that was made for my group from that 1 to 20 campaign. That was so fucking long
Oh
ago.
wait, thank you for reminding me. Otto, can you send me the 2 commission that you asked about the commission for me? I'm gonna put that in my D&D. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I might be able to find some of the artwork. Hold up, let me search.
Yeah, no, that was literally me this morning. Oh, once you should have saw. She saw me screaming and crying because everyone keep walking in front of me and got set on fire.
I should have gone in the front. I could have been set fire.
No! Not you! You're the healer. You stay back.
I can consume the fire.
No!
Scrolling up. This was 3 years ago. I'm old. My bones hurt.
Thank you,
Seeing
Otto.
if I can
I'm gonna head out now. I'm going to go
Alright.
eat.
peace.
Thanks for the
Bye,
session.
bye. Thank you for the game.
Bye. Bye.
I'm going to see if I can find this art. I
Can't wait to
swear
wake
to
up
God,
at
I
3 in the
will
morning
try.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Why?
probably should complete
To play Reaper.
the fucking repo. Octo want to play repo with us, so he just. I'm
No,
gonna need to find a share upgrade for like beta version.
I think that's a couple already.
Is there a couple? I need to find some.
Beta again.
Yeah, we're probably gonna play beta again, just considering they want to try some, and there's new stuff coming out. So
Yeah, there's a couple of mods that work at beta, so that's the same.
yeah.
But it's hard to like tell which ones are beta working.
We'll see. Can't wait for the session next week, also. Octo.
Yeah, totally. I need to know the
You
first
got
start.
this. Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Now to make one fan art with Breeze
See if I can find it.
I mean, I shouldn't have
Maybe.
too much to do in that campaign. It's mostly just you run into a room and I tell you what's happening in that room.
Yeah. You might have to like
A
put
little bit of setup
priority.
at the
Though
start, but that's about it.
I for you specifically, although I do suggest priority speaker.
Mm.
For the pure reason that sometimes like you do like your sound does get like covered by the others. Because I know you don't yell as much.
Yeah.
You're not like us, you're not psychos. You don't yell.
I keep scrolling till I find it or give up. I'm in 2021 at this point. Old. Wait. Alright, I'm at the dad tier list for that level 1 to 20 campaign. I'm finding it. We made a tier list of whose dad could beat up whose dad. My dad was at last. Oh, I found it!
Pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it.
Hold on, I need to save this to an important spot because this is actually very cool. I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have back in the day.
But
Hold
now I noticed.
on. Now I take art seriously. I'll put it in general artwork.
I was gonna say you put it in. I wait. I stare.
So that was the group that
Ooh.
went from 1 to 20. Guess whose
Dwarves.
characters is who?
Is the seal the DM?
No.
No, wasn't the
No.
DM?
Okay. Here's some names to. Okay, the other three I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but in this group there was me, Rekka, Pad, and Zach. So those are 4 you can name out of the 7 characters here.
Mira got Pat and Zach.
And me somewhere in there. Guess who's who?
I bet Pat and Zach is the 2 children.
Yes.
Why
Zach
did
was
I
the
know?
Okay, Pad's character isn't a child, he just looks young. I'm trying to remember. Oh god, I'm old. It's been so long.
Halfling?
His character was a wizard of some sort that had a little Drake familiar.
Oh,
And then Zach's character was a hunter or a ranger who had like pet owls and stuff.
yeah. And I'm guessing Rika is the person with the book in the background.
That's me. T-pose.
That's you?
That's my necromancer who was secretly a skeleton man.
Oh, and Rika. Fuck it. Bardman. Where's Rika? What's
Nope.
Rika?
Walrus.
The
Walrus? Rika was a
was a-
walrus?
So the context for that, from what I remember, she was a shifter, and they allowed her to flavor her shifter as a walrus. She was a barbarian.
What about the other 2? Is it just the 2 random person?
So there was 3 other. Oh, wait a
Three
minute
of you.
here. No. I have my
no.
my memories are coming back to me now. Pad's character was in the top left.
You a Nazi.
He
Oh,
was
that's him.
he was there's that one species of like elemental player
Yeah, the
character
Nazis.
race where they could be like, yeah.
fire
So
genasi.
he was a fire genasi, right? And his dad was like Lord of the Fire Realm. So he was in the top left. My bad, sorry. I remember now.
Oh.
Fuck.
What about
Whereas
Zach?
the guy with the dragon on his shoulder, he was the other wizard in the group. So me and him were both wizards, and we constantly bitched at each other. And I've always made fun of him because he was a wizard who only learned conjuration magic and nothing else.
Oh. What about Zach? The husband still? The child husband?
Yeah, no. Zach is the child with the owls. Still.
Okay. Rika is a walrus. What about the other 2?
Hold on a moment. So the guy at the very front with the rapier and the
Mm-hmm.
hood up and around his,
Yeah, the rogue man.
I think his name is Wisp on the server or something.
Oh!
His
Yeah,
character didn't say much at all, but he did more damage than anyone else per turn because he had a crossbow build. So like per turn he could do 40 or 60 damage to any target. It was terrifying. And I think we accidentally crushed his home village with a piece of the moon. That was our bad. He left the group after that.
Aww.
And then the bard was Alex's character, who was
Oh.
our.
Yeah, the
He was
witch.
America, is what
yeah.
I'm going to tell you. He was America. As in, he didn't really pay attention to what his class did too well, to the point where at one point he did a massive healing spell, and our genuine reaction to it was, you could fucking do that the whole time?
Ah!
And that's the context for everyone, now that I actually remember it.
Yeah,
I think this is like a good early
that's good.
snapshot of the group too, before my guy went a little bit crazy with power.
What happened in there?
Well, because he was a necromancer and a living skeleton, once he became strong enough, he no longer had to hide the fact that he was a skeleton, and he started to wear more pimped out armor and stuff. And this was also at the point where our group was like half talking with Lady Ilmarrow.
Uh-huh.
I don't really remember how the campaign ended per se, beyond a lot of big stuff happened and there was a lot of big fights and junk.
Mm-hmm.
But my guy my guy, what was it? I think at one point the DM was trying to basically convince my guy to side with Lady Ilmarrow, either against the group or just as a servant. But for him, he was like, "Oh, this powerful NPC is into me. I'm going to use this to try to protect my group from her." He described it as like it was the equivalent of a tiger really liking you, but it's still a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
He was terrified and hated it. And at the end of the campaign was ultimately him being like, "No, I'm not going to choose the group. I'm not going to choose you over the group. Sorry, not sorry."
Mhm.
And that was that. I think the end plot for him was he and the walrus, Leafy Salad was her name, by the way. But he and the
Aw.
walrus went to space. That was the end plot for them.
What the fuck?
They got to level 20, they went to space.
They went to Astral Sea?
Mm-hmm.
Astral Sea.
Off
Huh.
to the astral sea. Well, at level 20 wizard, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's fair.
His backstory
Right,
was
right.
one of the edgiest I've written for a while. What was it?
That's
He was burned at the stake originally for becoming a mortician with his uncle because because when he was born it was like tons of years in the past where the dead were very taboo. So he was burned at the stake by his parents, and that's why his bones were black, because he was a black skeleton. So very, very edgy background.
Then you
But
call
it's
that
also
dark?
it's also why well, he also choked to death a wizard for his first spell book after he was awoken from being undead.
Nice.
But that's why his dad's last on the tier list, because his dad was just a country bumpkin that had 0 powers or anything versus everyone else's dads.
I still remember me saying that so loudly.
She's gonna figure it out. I like that murder mystery because it let me find that what was that D&D map, which was a remake of the Office layout. That was so
Can't
well
believe.
made. Holy
I
shit!
believe you done it.
Also,
And
Octo picked up on it immediately, which was the scary part.
and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we could go to this room," and they assume for me to know what room it is. I'm just like, what? What the fuck do you mean what room it
It was
is?
such a well-made replicated map. It was fucked up, dude. I
No
would love to
idea.
run like a full detective campaign where that's just the office I use for the detectives. Oh, I don't need to do D&D prep anymore. Looks at hands.
Free.
I'm free.
Free. You can just finish it out.
I wish I would have more time and energy for art, but I'm definitely, after graduating from uni and everything else, like, I'm spent. I have been slowly filtering down my extra creative hobbies over time, and this was like the last one I had to finally filter out.
I'll have to delete all the dates for flow 1 second before it sends a notification.
Next
Because
week.
realistically, right now, I just want to focus on like fucking the commissions coming in and VTube and junk, and that's kind of it for a little bit.
Mhm.
Although there's a chance in 2 years I go get my master's so I can teach.
Oh,
Who
nice.
knows?
Oh, he's gonna become a teacher. Look at him.
It's like I don't know what otherwise I'm considering, but like realistically, it's only 2 years to get my master's, and then it could be a boring but stable job while I continue to do art on the side or in my free time. Shrug. Considering I did fucking 4 years. Ugh, my GPA is high enough too to get in. 3.35.
Nice.
Oh, see my activity in the full empty make me a little sentimental, literal.
Yeah, it's a long ass campaign.
Now I'm just sad. Now I'm gonna be depressed for a while. I've been riding the high for so long, and now I'm just gonna be
It's
depressed
all
for
over.
a long while.
Just please remind yourself, none of these people you're playing with are gone. They're
They're
still
all
here.
dead.
I know, but like, the the probabilities of it like having this group again with the same DM is probably close to zero.
Eh.
So I'm a little sad because I do like this group a lot. I know there's something here and there that I'm still like, about, but I do like them. I love them.
Now that some people have gone, I'm very surprised Mikey made it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
I'll
He's a
be real,
mysterious.
yeah.
Listen. I'm amused and perplexed by him. Because a player like him, I don't know if he's always invested, but he keeps showing up. Like, note
He
that. He keeps fucking showing up.
He,
And when it's
he
his
wasn't.
turn, he does
That's-
stuff.
He wasn't. That's all I'm gonna say. Because, like, half the time he told me, he was like, yeah, when there's a lot of role playing going on, I just fall asleep. I don't know what's going
But
on.
But
He
he
still
keeps
show up.
showing up again. He keeps showing up. He doesn't quit because he hates he keeps showing up. So he's getting something out of it, right? He's signing up for more groups.
I think he just likes D&D. He don't like role play per se. He likes the concept of D&D, like playing
mean,
a
hey.
silly little characters and do whatever he wants.
Personally, as a DM, I just didn't need to worry about Mikey, and it was perfect. Apparently,
Yeah. I was like, yeah,
I
like,
need
you
to
have to
worry
deal
no
with
about
issues
him.
there.
I literally have to remind the man to the other day that we had the D&D, including Snow.
If you're gonna be a player like that, you at least need to be like, when I call upon you, you react, and he did that most of the time. So I was perfectly fine with it.
I'm just here. The amount of time I cried during this fucking campaign. Holy shit. Hey. Now I'm
Freedom.
gonna cry again.
No.
Can't
Oh.
tell me shit, big shit.
Oh,
We have
God.
repo tomorrow. Fucking go to bed up.
Repo. It's only 3 in the morning. 3 in the afternoon.
Take some nap. Didn't you like stay up until 3 last morning?
No, I was the one in nap.
You did take that. Okay, good.
Took like
I
a
was
4-hour
about to
nap.
say. Oh, that's not, brother. That's not a nap. That's a sleep. That's a coma.
No, 6 hours.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. You took some. But like genuinely, with a one shot that's coming up, like with the campaign coming up, I don't know who I'm gonna shoot in that campaign. I don't know who I'm gonna choose because genuinely though, if I have to run and I have to like choose you, I might just choose this for 5 player. I don't give a fuck. 5
Do it.
players.
Do it and let me be the one to bully them in character. Set me free of my chains and into the group.
Because like right now I'm looking through the group, right? Sure,
I'll
I
harass
might
the
like
shit out of Mikey, by the way.
like sure I might like Pat Sack, Rika, and Bunzo in the same group because they're forever DM. But I feel like they probably would like it more if I make it a one shot once in a while for them. I don't know. We'll see. As for the second group, their schedule is just too chaotic. I don't think I can do it. I'm gonna be real. Ultra is busy, Ty is busy, Boa needs to stream, so she's busy as hell. Lamb show up all the time. Lamb is a maybe, right? And then there's group one where we could just same group.
Just the same group.
Removing
have good
Epic,
synergy.
throw Bunzo in there. Yeah, you guys just have
Wave.
good thing. Also, I just want to see Paunch and Bunzo just nerding it out. In the
Oh yeah,
background.
that too, right? I could bully him. I've never been able to be in a group with him too much. I would definitely. If you put me in a group with Mikey, though, I will pull him into roleplay.
I do. No, I was gonna say after I'm needing to roleplay, I will drag you into role. I
will
don't
make
care
another
what
dumb
it
character
takes.
just for you.
I will drag your ass into. I don't give a fuck what it takes. I'm gonna do it.
I'll make my mute character like you.
No, but I've made Stusa Lamb character for one shot is mute, and I was able to make him roleplay the fuck out. I can do it. Don't make
I'll
me.
get my meat bar that I made a while ago.
Nah,
My clash.
fuck it. Do whatever you want. I will drag your ass in here. I don't give a fuck what it takes.
He only talks through your mind.
That's fine. Talk
You
to
know
your
what?
party.
Looking back for what it's worth, this group did have a lot of people not actively role-playing too much, but 4 of you were new.
Yeah.
So you weren't really used to it. And Paunch initially was playing a character that couldn't give a fuck most of the time.
Yeah, and then there was just me.
Yeah, so that was
Nice.
part of it too. I think another time around, especially if you mix more veterans in, it would like help that a bunch.
The one thing that I do
I've never done
regret
role playing,
about
so yeah,
this
that was just.
campaign, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
drag you in more. I don't give a fuck.
I've gotten better. I've done
But
more
yeah,
stuff.
the
which
one thing, yeah, you've done more stuff, and I love to see it. But the one thing I constantly regret about this campaign is that I hate being the talking person. Like genuinely, I
He's
like
do
I
that in every
like I
campaign, so-
do it. That's the thing. I do it because no one says anything, right? If someone says something, you usually see me just go quiet and let them talk.
In the Symborum campaign, Siren actually gets to be quiet and hide in the back.
Nice.
Yeah, like I do.
Yeah,
I
talks
want
so
to
much.
watch others roleplay. Like I get it. I did accidentally like interrupt many times when I have like a thought or something and I need to blurt it out or else I forgot. But aside from those times, I usually want to just like sit back and just have everyone roleplay. Like it's fun watching you guys roleplay, especially when I see like Archie and Crowin kind of just like, hey, let's go to the gym together and stuff. That's like the fun shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I like it. I like watching you guys roleplay and have fun. I don't mind sitting in the background and listen.
I'm just here to make the the mascot character with the fucked up storyline.
I fucking love to great, but at the same time, they're gonna drag your ass out more. Yeah, gotta talk more. Another thing also is like, I don't know. I feel like it was my mistake for picking Divine Sorcerer,
Oh yeah, the weird build.
but
It
like
was fine. I still
genuinely,
think you did
I think
decent.
it was no. I think it was my mistake for because I did not enjoy playing Divine Sorcerer. So
I find sorcerer's kind of yeah.
I did it at first because I was like, it's fine. After a while, I'm just like not enjoying it. And at like when I'm close to the end, like last bundle, I was not enjoying it. I was not having fun playing Divine Sorcerer at all. But I did it because of the lore, because it's part of Cecil character. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll just power fucking through it and
Power
just
through
do
2
it
years.
somewhere or not. Well, yeah, I fucking powerful through years of not enjoying playing Divine Sorcerer. I fucking did it.
It's a shame because I think it's a pretty neat subclass.
It's a neat subclass, but the way it was made, just not is not it. Like,
Yeah,
pretty
the
sure I
handling of
probably could. I feel like what was that? Was that out there?
I think it's just a handling of like an extra banking of like slots, which is weird.
Yeah. I mean, like, I had fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I had fun playing with like playing with everyone, walking around, getting bullied here and there because I couldn't heal as much, here stuff. If I'm pretty sure if you're like a veteran for D&D, you're probably gonna be able to like made up fucking some crazy shit build and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I know they probably can, but like me being new to the game, have no idea how to build a character, and just I don't know, sorcerer is probably like second hardest from druid or something. I don't fucking
As a
know.
D&D veteran, you did fine. I keep trying to tell you that you did
No,
fine.
but I'm
Sorcerer probably works
yeah,
better not as a
sure.
healer.
I might. Yeah, it's probably better as a healer.
No,
Not as a healer, because like, oh, I can't do it, dude.
You didn't
like,
really need a healer that much. So many of your group had self heals.
Yeah, that's
Crowan
the
could
thing
pop
as
himself
well.
with healing. America
That,
could
that's
pop
a,
himself with
no,
healing.
that's another
Blue,
point that I want to
kind of.
bring up. Because everyone can heal, so like, I'm just gonna be real. I feel fucking useless.
You aren't.
Ah, you
Like
said this,
I
Emma.
don't see. I don't. That's the thing. Like I don't see the reason why I'm there for. Cause like everyone have healing. Everyone have buffing and debuffing. So I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, I don't see a reason why I'm here.
I could
Like you
tell.
have high charisma. You have like a few high charisma character. Like Crowin's high charisma. He can fucking roleplay. America has high charisma. He can roleplay. You have
So
a
could you.
damage dealer.
You
You
could do
have a
all that
damage
stuff too.
dealer who's Crowin is a damage dealer, right? And then you got you as well and America. Everyone can do damage. Everyone can heal. So I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, I don't.
You do that too. You add to it. You do it too.
Yeah, but like, I don't
You
know,
do it
sitting in
too.
the background and just watching your party and constantly rolling like
Yeah, it's such bad
low
rules.
as well. So I'm just sitting here. I was like, I don't think I add to
No,
the
you're
party.
fair.
Like, sure,
Dude.
roleplay wise and information wise, maybe, but
would-
like,
I would
combat
extremely argue you could put that perspective to any one member of the party.
I was.
Why would America need to be there? All he did was shoot his Eldritch Blast and occasionally heal himself. Like, he
no,
didn't
but
do a
like,
ton by himself.
oh yeah, he still does. He does a fuck ton of damage. Have you seen his damage?
Ish. Kind of.
Crowing, he can
Sometimes.
for
literally
both.
just nuke. Yeah, Crowing can literally just nuke.
You know how many
people.
times America just did Arms of Hadar and it did nothing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just unlucky roll, right? That's not
No,
like.
Sometimes
that's
he's used
not
it
a
around
lucky
us.
roll. That's him being stupid.
Oh,
One
well,
times he's
there's
used it
that.
around other people.
And then there's another, like, Pawn just tank a fuck ton. Like, you seen the fight. Motherfucker just tank, like, over
He has, like,
100
50
of
health.
damage. Yeah, and see, he still tank a fuck ton for Crowin. And Octo, I feel like Octo, the only unlucky part is that you are necrotic.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing. Like, I'm pretty sure if you built other way, you were gonna do a fuck ton of damage too. You're
You could
just
streamline
unlucky
my
because
turns as
Bunzo
well.
like fucking undead. Like,
Yeah,
that's
so he
it,
got a lot of
right?
extra rolls about it and stuff.
Yeah.
D&D is not all about the numbers and the raw data. It is not about that. If you weren't there,
Right.
the group would be missing out on a ton. I'm very
No,
firm
You
on
went
that.
there the
no,
res.
no, that's what I'm saying is yes, I do participate in roleplay. Yes, I do participate in information. However, when it comes to combat, I feel like I just sit back in the background and do pretty much fuck all.
No.
That's what it feels like sometimes. But yeah,
I mean,
that's probably the one thing I regret
look,
about.
start
But I
Blue
don't
was
know.
like not combat based at all.
Yeah, well, Clue is a wizard, so like he was.
I did not build up combat based until like wait.
Yeah, then you went. I think you went
Oh.
subclass cleric,
What? Yeah, what cleric?
right? Yeah, you went cleric, and you just like, you know what? I'm fucking going in, and you just
fucking-
beat the shit out.
What cleric got level 6, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, and then there's also a cleric of the party. Why the fuck? Yeah, there's just.
Oh, but you still need to count. The rest of the party, a lot of the party didn't have direct access to like ranged healing spells and stuff. Like Crowan's a
Also
paladin,
have
but his stuff is
heal.
limited. You were able to pick people up constantly, doing guiding bolts to set people up for bigger hits. Like you did a lot of supporting where no one else could fill that role. Period.
Guiding bolt never hit though.
Yeah. No,
It
that's
hits
the thing.
sometimes. Bullshit.
Yeah.
It hits. It definitely hits sometimes.
Hit like 1 or twice.
No.
Octo described that perfectly.
I feel like my guiding bolt
Really?
hit 1 and 2 stars. And I barely used
I think it's just the bad rules that make me feel bad because like there's so many situations where I'm just like, we could have killed that thing, but no. Like that one time where Crowin like literally died because I didn't do that like one last hit for fuck all. So I guess I do blame myself a little bit for that shit, but you know.
Would you blame yourself for bad rolls?
Because
the
it's
DM for
my
bad
luck.
No. Oh no, no, no. That's a concept you have zero control over. That's not allowed.
You blame the DM for
Like
bad
that-
rolls.
That's the system. Yeah, that's the
No,
system
that's
in
the
place.
thing.
You have zero influence over it. Luck does not exist. No. No, no, no,
No, but like that's the funniest shit too, Octo. Cause like I think I'm a DM and I have shit rolls. Like I rolled the other day and I got like 2 in that one, and I was like, oh no.
Ugh.
Like, oh my god, like this is like a little bit of a spoiler, but there was this like the little symbolic guys you're supposed to fight as well. Didn't hit like 20 times. And I'm just like, oh god. Getting fucking pummeled by Pat and the rest of the party. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna Jesus Christ. But yeah. Anything you guys like think back on it at all? Like any events and stuff?
Me, last thing I'll say on this, most of what I think back on, sorry if I'm honest, is knowing you contributed a lot, but you constantly missing it. You did a lot. I'm gonna say this
You
again.
tried a
You
lot.
did a lot. As the DM who was having to deal with you as the healer and support, you did a ton. You're just missing a lot of it, or not paying attention to it as much as you should. You did a ton. Cecil was the fucking backbone of the group.
The one
was
part that I did
alive.
a lot was fucking taunting Ale so much that he throw like 3 different big spells at me. That's the one thing I will accept is that I taunt the shit out of that man.
I can't trust you. You do not take compliments well, even when you do very well. Ah! I'm giving Cecil violent diarrhea the night of the celebration. That's it.
Man, go figure
Curse.
this one out.
Curse upon you.
Is there any situation? Oh, though, I
Yeah.
do have a question
Mhm.
for you specifically. If not necromancer, what would you go for?
Like out of this campaign?
Yeah, for this campaign.
Or this campaign? I don't know. No clue. I mean, initially I was gonna do like a fucking barbarian, but that's it was dropped out as soon as we did this campaign. Oh yeah, I had a
There's
druid.
so many
I had a
subclasses of
druid I
wizard.
could have done.
Druid?
Yeah.
Druids feel weird, man.
I feel like you do. You like support class, don't you?
I usually tanky in games.
Yeah, because I
I like-
usually like.
I like taking damage and not dying. That's pretty much that's
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? That's fair. I mean, there's wild magic barbarian that you could have taken, and it still fit
yeah.
into the.
I mean, that was
story.
the octopus guys.
What is there a reason why you didn't take it?
Because it was barbarian. At level 1 barbarian, it's still not really magic.
Oh yeah.
It's just a barbarian.
I mean, I guess you can still like flavor it in a way where you are just like, oh yeah, he's coming in to learn a bit of magic, and that's how he get his like.
Yeah, just
Wow.
this storyline just didn't make any sense for this. This is why I
Yeah.
didn't put it.
Yeah, I guess that's fair in a way too. I would love to see. What?
Yeah,
Wait, was it like
I had the
the?
druid that wanted to be like it was a rock and earth ganassi that wanted to be a diamond ganassi. I was gonna research diamond ganassis.
That would be cool to be honest. Like, Now I'm thinking about like Druid, because I know I was thinking of being like Druid and stuff too, and then Bunzo was like, "That's the hardest class in the fucking campaign,"
It's,
and I'm just like, "Okay, maybe not," and then I choose
Absolutely.
another class that just fucked me up for 2 years of my life.
You're
Oh,
stuck
that
with the-
character! You were planning him for like
It was the first one, the very first D&D.
PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PvP we were gonna do.
It wasn't originally PvP. It wasn't. And it became PvP.
It became PvP because Mikey was throwing dirt at you for no reason.
And then I made him
will
specifically
say,
destroy Mikey.
I played a lot of Druid. Out of every single class I've played so far, Druid felt like the one that gave you the most options. Like you had a lot of unique
Well,
spells to mess with, summons to mess with, shape-shifting to mess with. As a support class too, a lot of interesting support spells. But summoning in D&D is broken. I don't know if the new edition fixed that, but like it's very
probably not.
broken. It's very
Knowing
strong.
knowing D&D people, probably not.
I know, like I like had a whole sheet, like a whole PDF of summoning plans for certain animal builds, like summoning 20 horses so that like each horse would have 40 or 50 HP. So it would just be a wall of horses to protect my group or something like that. Or like the Velociraptor attack, which I only got to use once because what was it? Velociraptors have pack tactics and multi attack. Pack tactics give advantage on an enemy that has been attacked by the same creature. So like 18 or like what was it, 16 Velociraptors all attacking at once because they were small so they could fit in each other's square. 32 attacks with advantage. Yeah.
Now
So
I'm
summoning
used.
broken. D&D has a
And
lot of systems that are just kind of broken very quickly because of how tabletop RPGs are.
STRIXHAVEN to the completed category.
We did it. We're done.
Oh, that one!
Yes, many.
Dude,
Man,
I
you
was like
can't-
halfway through university when this started. Now I'm done.
Yeah, he was meant to like research like diamond.
Now I wonder if that name have jokes in it. Because you always
It's
put jokes
mannequin.
in the name.
Mannequin. It's
mannequin.
literally just got
Oh
mannequin.
right there.
my god!
It's right there, Siren. It's right there.
Right.
I am
Right there.
slow, you know that.
That is so slow. I'm concerned for you.
I'm always
Mannequin.
I read my dumbass read it backwards and everything, and I was like, I don't know this. Mannequin.
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 Octo, what is it? This is the name of my monk for. Well, did you just notice the name of my monk for your game?
Yeah, the Yozor drill or whatever.
Do you see the joke there?
Oh, yeah.
Replace the O's with A's. That's the joke. Easy. Yakuza.
What was talking to Banzo about it? Because he gave me the name and I was like, well, what about the word Yokoso? Like I went around the fucking joke. My dumbass went completely around it. You know the word Yokoso as like what does it mean again?
There's no meaning. I just thought of it. If there is a meaning, that
there's
was not on
meaning.
purpose.
No. Oh, it's spelled differently, but it's the word Yokoso.
What's about mob?
Welcome. That's the word. Welcome. Can't wait to play Cinnamon Dewdrop. Cinnamon Dewdrop. And I made her a sewers. First time I made a character with no meaning behind their name. First time.
Just picked a
Oh,
name.
it does have meaning.
How skillful.
Very
Skillful.
skillful man. The
Look at
plot
that
twist for his backstory, which will never be relevant, is the gang that he's doing this for actually all died and he's doing it in their memory.
Nice.
What the fuck?
That's the plot twist. I said he's going to a dungeon because that's the initiation for his gang, but the reality was his gang got wiped out, so he's doing it to remember them.
That's funny. I'm just finding more resources for my new project.
Resources.
Wolf pelts and all those kind of stuff.
Mm.
Maybe you can use it for the needles. Maybe you can make new kind of needles. And you got threads, little sewing kits here and there. As I play for my my shop to do well every day. God gave me power for some reason.
Yeah, they're not all joke.
just-
Yeah,
I
I have
al-
a couple joke character names.
What happened?
I don't have that many joke character names.
Yeah.
Aside
mean,
from
so
proper
far,
names,
a lot of
like
it have
the best
been-
ones.
A lot of your character have been joke named for some weird, goddamn forsaken reason. Like Harriet. You see,
Tin
Tin
Can.
Can. Yeah, Tin Can. Mannequin, Ryan,
Ryan's the vampire.
Gus,
I never
Yeah.
got to use.
Baron.
My last bit of names have been pretty terrible. Shout out to the character Brawl, which is just Brawl, but shifted.
All of my characters have a meaning behind them.
You
Yeah,
should try
I was
less.
thinking
Funnier that way.
Major
No,
Nutter.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate him. I fucking hate him. Fucking can't believe you come in and be like, I want uppies.
Give me yuppies.
Fucking uppies. You're lucky I didn't throw you across a goddamn thing.
Uppies.
Or violet. I just think of it as like a specific type of. I don't remember specifically what it means, but there's some flower meaning in there. And then last name is the one that I don't usually try hard with. Honeydew doesn't have meaning behind it, besides from the fact that she's honey
It's just
sweet.
like-
Um,
Just two random words, usually.
yeah. Then I got Narfi. Narfi actually had meaning of my word. Narfi is like a shift from the word from Narvi, which is a goddess of the moon. And he was a Twilight cleric, and he, during the night and all this kind of stuff. So I just put Narfi. Oh my god. For Cecil, it's one of the. There wasn't any like full meaning behind the name,
She
but
also had a
there was a
different character's name.
backstory behind the name. It was one of the characters that I love from Uda Prinsama. Was this guy right here? His name is Cecil, and I watched him as a child, and I absolutely adore him. And I was like, you know what? And he's like a prince. He's some kind of prince. But he became an idol instead of something. I don't remember the full story. I just remember that he used to be a prince, and the idea of like him being like a missing noble come to mind. So I was like, Cecil would work. So I went with Cecil. Caladris is just the bird of healing. The name of the bird of healing.
Nice.
I don't remember Althea. I fucking don't remember the name Althea, but was like a child of the god or some kind of bullshit. I don't remember. Raphael. I literally just rhyme it with the word Rapmuth. Because brothers.
Brother.
Iris Freesia. Last name doesn't have a meaning, but Iris is also one of the flower that is pretty poisonous. And she's similar to Viper, so I just named her something also poisonous. Is mean. I think it was also some kind of like oracle child, and she's gonna be an oracle for like campaign. Melody, straightforward. Melody, she's an idol. Ponpoko. Ponpoko, I didn't have a meaning. I look up character that is
Just a
Tanuki.
funny Japanese
Yeah.
names.
And I just go for it. Cinnamon Dewdrop didn't have a meaning either. Who else? Wiper. Straightforward. He's snake. He's a snake. Motherfucker's a snake. I call him Wiper. Hemlock is just a flower. Poisonous flower. So I just throw him a hemlock as a last name. That's not his real name though, so there's that. I try to give all my characters last like some kind of meaning in their name. Like little or big. I don't give a fuck. I usually just do it anyway, because why not? It's fun. And having people realize the meaning of the flowers or like meaning of the name and stuff is also funny. Yeah, her
Paka.
Ponpoko.
Paka's a boy there.
I saw huh?
Paka's a boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine is a
boy.
lady Ponpoko Hanao. That's her name. That's her
Nice.
full name. Full Japanese name. But yeah, I go full. I always go full throttle when it comes to name. I just like meaning behind the name. That's just how I am. I think Hano is like a happy, like the word happy in Japanese. Hana, a happy child. So I just yeah, I think that was it, if I remember correctly.
I know it's an edible flower.
Was it? I think it was just Hana, and I throw an O at the end. Was it the fucking
I know.
Hano? Let me look.
Strapped
Hano.
is a good Japanese food.
Oh, stripes. That's funny. I fucking add a word and it just completely turned the meaning. That's funny.
Had a different letter chain. This
What about Hana? I remember someone said the Hana mean like happy and flowery and all those kind of stuff.
blossom.
Awesome. There you go. Yeah. That's the thing I want to give her. This is Jesus. Happy go lucky child who's been through some shit, but she still stay happy because her mom last wish was that.
Happy fun mascot with a really shit back.
Her backstory was shit. I can give you her
That should be
backstory.
curse
if you want.
backstory.
Yeah, it's either shit or curse. It don't matter which. It's one or the other.
Happy fun character on the outside. Deep dark.
Not just straight up AG character. Like I feel like there was one that made her to be like a really happy character, but she just straight up. I'm not gonna say it because it's a secret, just in case I want to play in the future. But yeah, there's some character that I was like, kinda, but not really. Like I was saying that it's pretty mild. Like all of the character after Cecil was pretty mild when it comes to backstory.
Yeah, I haven't done like too much
Well, I
backstory.
guess
in most of
except
them.
Wiper.
Couple of them has backstory.
Wiper was not mild. Wiper got chased down by his parent because they were trying to kill him. That was not mild.
Sad backstory. Let's go.
Hey. And then there's Blue backstory.
That's right. Blue's backstory.
That's just the void. That's the void
His
itself.
family's
That's what
always
the void
with him.
looked
Isn't
like.
that happy?
Jesus fucking Christ.
They're alive and forever together for all of eternity.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, now you see why he's gonna become the greatest necromancer on earth. Look at this man. I feel like if I die at some point, motherfucker gonna raise me too.
You can be friends with me as well forever.
Christ, buddy. I feel like that, like it, that. I at the same time, I don't understand plasmoid characteristics, so I have no idea how it works.
Slime. Immortal slime.
Yeah, born a slime, but how do they work when it comes to like mental stuff, right? It's like you can go real dark with that shit, and then you can go like really slow. Like what's his name? Blue? It's like you live forever. You're not gonna get old.
Yeah.
So like
It's only gonna get more
you're
powerful.
just gonna yeah, you're just gonna live. Right? You're just gonna
Just
vibe
gonna
and
live.
live and do whatever you want. Especially, you can also, I guess, if you want to make like immortal or like long lived character, you can also make them like almost knowledge hungry in a way, where they like
I mean, that was Blue,
really,
yeah.
really.
Blue's what is his thing was always fine. It's like knowledge or whatever.
But at the same time, you also like. I feel like most of the time it focused more on your family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of
that
his
might be
traits
why.
was like you'll find knowledge no matter the cost.
Yeah, yeah, that's what that's. Wait, oh right, he already closed the server. I was about to look at everyone characters, but never mind. But yeah, that's like another thing that I was looking at. It's like if you make immortal character, how would you play that character? Especially if they're old as shit. Like at that point, how would you play it? Like, cause I wouldn't have any idea how to fucking play it, to be honest with you.
Okay, okay.
Like my persona herself is like what old? 3,000? Bitch old. You wanna know how to
Old.
play her? No, she just retired lady. She just here. She's vibing, doing shit. Keeping up with the trends, maybe, because children keep popping up to her, but yeah. Man, I'm gonna be real fucking like hella depressed
Hell yeah.
in like 2 weeks once I realize,
When
all
it
right, we
hits,
don't have.
we don't have it.
Yeah, when
It's
it.
over.
Yeah, that's
We're,
when it just gets like,
we're gonna have to delete my tab off from Streamlabs.
I know. I have to delete that shit from my catalog too, so I'm just sitting here like, oh, now I'm fucking depressed. I don't have the heart to delete it. I'm gonna be real.
Just rename it to you. But
I don't.
just keep it there.
I don't have the heart to delete it, but at the same time, I need to because I need the space for like.
I don't think that takes so much space. It's just taking a URL.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to buy their shit, so I'm just like, yeah, stack it. Oh my god! I finally found my headphone mic cover. I've lost it for 2 months.
Drow in 2024 D&D.
What?
Am I crazy?
What?
I'm just looking to see if Drow is in like 2024 D&D. I'm looking
Is
on
it?
5e tools right now. I don't see it currently. I'm looking.
Yeah, a
Trying to
lot
remember
of
if they have a different name for it.
Oh, fucking preps!
Got damp here? No.
No, it just cramps on my leg because I.
yeah, it's all
Stretch.
under elf now.
What? Yeah, I don't see Drow under elf is the issue.
I don't know. I see Drow under elf. It's like inside elf.
What are my? Oh my god! What are my filter settings? For the love of Christ!
Do you have elf?
Is Draw under elf?
Yeah, okay, I
now?
think I fixed it. Maybe.
2024
No, that made it
elf.
worse.
There's a inside the actual information. There's Drow's lineage.
Huh.
Drow,
I
half elf,
see
and wood
now.
elf.
I see it.
So it's all
They
just
don't,
compared
they
to
don't
like
even list
other
the
one else.
average ages anymore. I see for this. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I don't
Why?
like that. I don't like that they don't have average age. That's
I like the
annoying.
ages. I was just gonna say the next character I make might be an elf because it would be funny to have a lifespan. Or you could just say, I like 350. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
It's just random.
And then you just like
It says
act
the
like a
age.
teenager.
It says the age under the info. It just doesn't say it on the front page of the age
Is it in the
traits.
database?
Yeah, it's under the info tab instead of like the traits tab.
I look at database.
Like it's more about information than because it's not really important. 750 years.
Where was it? Oh. Where is it?
At the top, there's an info tab.
Oh,
And
that's
under
where
there,
it
like
is.
a bunch of information. What they do. There's lack of facial
700.
hair.
Yeah, I lived for like usually 160 years, so technically Cecil was still kind of young. Would be like what? If 100,
Wee baby.
if 100 is 160, what would be 20? 20 something. Something. No, so would be.
Essentials.
Sorry, I'm doing math. Some. He would be pretty old in normal human being. Wait, no, I did this backwards. 160 is 100 in normal human years. What is 20? 2000 divided by 16. He'll be like around 12 or like 13 in human year. Like if we're going Arsamar route, he will be around 12 to 13 in human years. That's how old Cecil would be in human.
Wee baby.
Old ass motherfucker. For human is now seen as like a youngling for like Azamar. They're just like, oh, you're just a baby.
But I'm already 12. I guess that
Oh, actually,
yeah, at the end of this, he would be like 24, maybe. Play.
I think he's before. Oh, right, because he got age up.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
age stuff.
You completely forgot he got age up.
Now he's roughly the same age as actual body visually.
Hell yeah. Debris by also color. Plasmoid does not have the age.
Hospital's
Weirdly enough.
infinite.
There's infinite huh? They're just forever.
Yeah, they don't age.
There was one of the character design I was looking at. It was like a boy with like his tail, but his tail is like translucent with like a bone inside.
Mm.
Wonder if I can make that a plasmoid. And I just like, because technically plasmoid can turn into anything they want, right?
Yeah.
Because it can be translucent.
Oh, I know one thing I'd want to look at.
They usually will
2024
blobby.
editions to look at least. Did they fix 22? Did they fix rogues, or did they attempt to fix rogues? Because previous rogues in previous editions, you played swashbuckler or you're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me read here. During the first round of each combat. Okay, that's pretty neat. Soul Knife is in 2024? Alright.
I wonder, like, besides from Plasmon, what are like one of the longest aging character or like races in D&D?
Elf Druid.
Elf Druid?
Well, let me just see if Druid still has it in 2024.
Satyrs.
So the reason
Uh-huh.
is because of at level 20, if you get to level 20, longevity. So when you become an Archdruid, so you age more slowly. So for every 10 years that passes, your body ages only a year. So an elf, which can live up to like 750, can suddenly live up to 7,500.
Man.
Well, technically, this is a weird one too. No, wait. It really depends. Like, if you're a 300-year-old elf, you're halfway through your lifespan, but you could still live another 3,500 years. If you were a savant and you got it at like 150, you could live another 6,000 years.
Oh, what if you're a Satyr Druid? Like that fucking, like Lou.
That was the meme, yes. It's also not typically a background you can pick.
A
What?
satyr.
You can't typically be a satyr.
Yeah, you can.
Wait, why not?
Oh,
They
it
did add it in one of the books.
is because it has magic resistance.
Yes.
Can we just remove that though?
Also, yes.
Can easily be removed.
Guess you can also be like a reborn if you want to like live forever.
There's that one snake race that was also magic resistance. Magic resistance too
20.
strong.
The one that I want to play with and reject it profusely.
Just can't be like
Even
a
though
pure
I
blood.
said I'm okay with magic resistance being removed.
Half blood.
I was gonna play Pure Blood because I want to play Matilda, but
Mm.
then he said no. So I'm just like, now I'm gonna play it somewhere else where I'm accepted.
You can be a UNT in my one.
I know, but at the
Custom.
same time,
Custom Pathfinder.
was
My
thinking.
Chimeran race.
Wait, what?
My Chimeran race. My Pathfinder.
God.
Chimeran.
Oh, Chimera. Yeah.
You get to choose like the bottom half of your
Just-
animal.
I was playing a centaur the other day.
Yeah.
Like I was like making centaur the other day, and I was looking, and it was like, what if I make her a deer?
I mean, that should be fine, yeah.
It was fine. I was the DM, so
That's still fairly close to horses.
yeah.
It's only if you get
I
to
mean,
like
it
the weird
just
ones
need
like
to.
lion body or something.
Yeah, that's when it gets like a little interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. I have centipede body. I got snake body on my own.
Oh god,
Snake is just
he's
basically
gonna
now is
destroy us all.
Oh,
snake, lion,
He's gonna
spider,
destroy us
horse.
all.
What was the last one? Was it bull?
I definitely want to try Rogue.
Rogue is interesting.
Rogue pub.
Full views. So many other like 5e classes or 5e races I want to do. But at the same time, I don't really like 5e.
You don't like the 5e classes?
I mean, I like there's a couple races I want to try, but at the same time, I just don't like 5e that much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of better system out there. I don't fucking blame you, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, the fucking hippopotamus fucking race.
That one I was looking at actually. I was like, huh. Technically, I could
Yeah.
just be a hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus, you can be the fucking bug race, the monkey race,
Eh,
monkey gliders.
I actually didn't know the monkey gliders one actually.
See,
My eyes about to close, dude. I might have to leave. For now though. My
okay.
head is
Gotta wake up in 12
spinning.
hours.
Yeah, well,
11 hours. I don't know.
you, yeah. Wouldn't be too bad, but I'll go for now. Good
Good
night.
night.